The Incredible Hulk will not be presented this evening.
Damn!
All right, everybody, welcome. We are back. It is Wednesday night, 8:30. As Joe just said, is hump day. Joe, welcome to the show.
Hey, everybody. Happy Humpy Hump Day.
Yeah, look at you, Joe. You are looking thinner.
I'm exhausted. I actually don't feel good, so I'm probably like a little more like that right now.
No, good. Matt, welcome.
Cheeseburger.
Howdy.
Dane, welcome to the show.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Very good. And Krellbach.
Good.
Howdy, folks.
All right. We got seems like a full show, but it will be a full show momentarily. I do know there is a sixth coming on. I'm just waiting for him.
Who is it?
We shall see. It is the man himself, Jables, John Bingham.
You know, I was looking at the opening. You got to redo the opening because Jerry hasn't been on.
Oh, I don't know where Jerry. You know what the funny thing is?
Chuck hasn't been on, but you know what? The minute you take them out, they'll be on. So take them out so they can come.
Yeah, exactly.
Mac's been on religiously. He deserves to be in the opening credits.
He is.
I am in the opening credits.
I didn't see him in there.
I'm right by Chuck.
He's next to Chuck.
Oh,
it's Jerry and Dane and.
All right.
And I'm bringing up the rear.
You know this? I probably look at Chuck and every time I'm like, where the hell's he been? And I'm not noticing that.
He actually has been in. I haven't seen him in a couple of weeks. I talked to him like 2 days ago, but I haven't seen him in a little bit.
Yeah, the picture has still got the long hair. So
Yeah. Well,
No,
I need a new picture. I'll fix it.
Crowbar can take my place. He's looking a bit like hippie-ish now.
Yeah, you know something?
Even my
I'm toying with the idea of growing my hair while I
it.
still have it.
And
Do
I've
it.
almost shaved my head twice in the last week.
Yeah. Nice.
It's fucking hot down here.
Yeah, I believe it. It was warm today. It was raining, and now all the fucking frogs are back out. Those fucking things. Anyways, what's been going on? How was your week, gents? Anything exciting happen this week in the news or anything of that sort?
Treat Williams passed away.
What?
Yep. Yesterday, motorcycle accident.
Oh, shit.
It was 61, I think.
Hey,
No,
damn.
67.
67. Wow.
A lot of folks in the show today. What's up, guys?
No, I could be wrong. He could be in his. I think it was 71. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't even tell you anything Treat Williams was in.
He was
I,
in
was trying to- I can't remember.
he-
I know I've seen him in
the
something.
Pursuit of DB
Part
Cooper.
What is it?
The Substitute Part 2.
No, that was Tom Berenger.
No, Tom Berenger was in the first one, which was great.
Okay, he was in
Oh,
Hair.
God.
That's right. That's right.
All the
He
sequels
was
were
in
terrible.
Hair. He was in Deep Rising. I like Deep Rising. He was in The Phantom.
Well, Tom Berenger was supposed to die last week, and then they said,
He was
Treat,
in
can you
Dead
do
Heat.
it?
Right.
Oh my God.
Awful.
Well, I always get those two confused anyway. It's like,
Really?
yeah, because they were just like these middle of the road act. I think Berenger had a little more of a prolific career.
Oh, I love the movie with Berenger, the one where they're out. Kurt, what's his name from? Who played Viking in Bad Boys?
Clancy,
I know who you're talking
Clancy
about.
Brown.
Shoot the Thrill.
I don't know
Great
it.
movie. Is it Richard Masur? Richard
Is he in
Masur
that
played
too?
the bad guy in it. You know who Richard Masur is.
Yeah.
One day at a time.
Definitely, he was in the One Day at a Time. Yeah.
We are pathetic,
David.
aren't we? We all know him as David from One Day at a Time.
All in the Family as the retarded kid too.
Oh my God.
Richard Masur was in that? He
Yep.
was the head of SAG for a while.
Yeah. Now
Unbelievable.
it's-
How's that? How you're looking very lean, Matt? What's going on? You still carnivoring it up?
You know, I am, but I did slip off the wagon a couple of times, and man, the aches and pains came right back.
Really?
Oh, dude, you wouldn't believe. I mean, I had a couple of times where I said, "Oh, well, I'll have some little mac and cheese, some mashed potatoes or something." Man, like the pain in my right hip just went blah, and
Oh,
yeah,
That
and,
carbs cause
Well, it's amazing.
inflammation.
It's that immediate.
all kinds of
Yeah.
stuff, just like getting up,
You have
you
to
know,
be
in
honest
the
a little bit.
middle of the night to take a pee, and I'm just like, God damn, what the hell,
yeah. I know someone that's doing it, and she decided to have a salad one day, and then she said the next day she was just in all aches and pains and just not doing good from it.
Yeah. Actually, I'm the same weight right now. Still staying at about 175, but I didn't really notice it put any weight on me like immediately.
Right.
I still stayed the same. It's one of those things.
Yeah,
if I
just
kept
one
doing
day
it,
anyways.
doing it every day.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going to, but man, it was just like a hammer. It's like, what the hell's going on?
And Johnny Bingham, you've been doing more of the meat based things. I've noticed because I can now see that you're losing a little bit of weight.
Yeah. Yes, that's correct. But I haven't been great about it up until, I get through 2 weeks at a time, and then I tend to fall off, but I'm on it right now, and I feel pretty good.
Nice.
I'm 3 days kind of back into it. It sucks. I feel like a heroin addict living in a pharmacy. My wife, she
Right.
just brings all the shit into the house.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like,
Now,
thanks.
when you fall off, what do you eat though?
Snickers
Nothing
bars.
crazy.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. Just buckets of ice cream.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. It's never
if you're
anything
gonna-
crazy, but it's all bad, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
If you're gonna
Right.
fall off, you might as well make it worth.
You might as well fall right into a cheesecake.
Exactly.
It'd be better.
Yeah.
Because
But,
what I
Cheech
do,
is
I think,
asking
is
why would it
closer to-
affect you? Is because sugar and a lot of vegetables cause inflammation, and that inflammation, when it goes away, you lose a lot of your aches and pains, and then you're reminded of them the moment you bring them back in.
Yeah,
Now, I want
yeah,
to see,
Teach.
Dane made a video the other day, and it was a video of you cleaning up a guitar.
Who are you talking to?
Dane, am I right? You did a video the
Oh,
other
me?
day, Dane. Of you,
Yeah.
you cleaned up. You cleaned up a guitar. And I thought you
Right.
didn't dirty the guitar up enough ahead of time, like these other guys that fake it.
Dig it out of the mud.
I
Oh,
know.
I watched
I
the guy
hate
the other
that
day
bullshit.
restore an
Well-
Aria Pro 2, and he's removing rust from stuff. Like, oh no, it's so absurd.
It costs more to do that than the guitar's worth.
I'm telling you, they spend way more time making the guitar look old than they do restoring it.
Mhm.
It's insane.
We don't want to make it.
No,
look
I had
new.
that hammer in here that was covered in dust. No, I don't
Yeah.
do that kind of stuff. I try to.
No,
clean
I know. I was
them
joking.
back as clean as they can go. Yeah, and after that storage,
I didn't think it was in
locker,
that
now all
rough a
these
shape.
people- I'm telling people. That storage locker that I went into, I'm like, I got all these new subscribers and everything, all kinds of views. And I'm telling customers, yeah, I'm going to be one-hit video wonder now because I'm never going to have a video that gets 400,000 views again.
Just tell
I'm
them
in
you found
one-hit
Jimmy
wonderland
Hoffa.
now, and they're like, dude, take all your gear that you have and go rent a storage locker. And they're telling me to go. A couple of guys are like, dude, go rent a storage locker and throw a bunch of your gear in there and then open it back up and do another video.
Look, man, I
You'd be
found the
doing
friggin'
storage wars
less
all
cold
over again.
reissue.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Right?
Well, you know what's going to happen is someone's going to see that was popular and they'll start faking that shit too.
Well, I mean, storage
it's
was
been done.
faked after
Yeah.
like the first 2 episodes. I think they
had
yeah.
a couple
Cheech,
dog
you ask
storage
a lot of
sheds.
specific questions during this show. Why would you want to have inflammation and then try to take something in the hopes of removing it when you could just not eat something that gives you inflammation? And where's the inflammation hitting? And
Yeah.
So-
Anyways, I think black pepper helps the absorption. It helps turmeric go to work. It doesn't really. It doesn't really negate the black pepper.
is it turmeric or turmeric?
I go with
Turmeric.
turmeric
Turmeric.
personally.
That's what I do too.
Turmeric.
That's why I asked.
It's
I've
spelled
heard it
turmeric.
both ways, so I can never remember which one.
Yeah, I just didn't know because it sounded like you were stressing the wrong syllable.
That's the old show.
Lemonade.
Bingham knows immediately. It's the old. It's the old one. Oh, you don't
Hey,
have to eat it.
Can we go back in time about 45 seconds here?
ahead.
You said something a moment ago about the Pawn Stars or whatever being faked after 2
Yeah.
episodes. So you're telling me,
No, storage was.
right? So what I'm
Yeah,
asking
what's the
here,
difference?
you're telling me that reality television is not real?
I hate to break it to you, John. Are you sitting?
But
I
it
am
says
convinced.
reality right in front of it.
It's unbelievable
not
that you
be
would make
real?
such an accusation. I hope you've got proof.
Yeah.
I've got.
Well, the proof was
I've got
wasn't
something
it in their
for you.
lawsuit?
I've got something for you today. It's guitar related for Dave's Guitar Channel. I
Ooh.
apologize for that. But it's also we could talk about credit card inflammation. I found the cure. I found the cure for credit card inflammation. So check this bad boy out.
Oh, you put your board together.
Make
It's
him
another
big,
board.
Dave.
It's a pair of
Make 'em big.
scissors.
Oh yeah,
You're-
hold on. Yeah,
The reason
hold
that
on,
we
hold
did.
on.
Oh, what?
There you go.
Oh,
I'm putting it.
there
I'm
we
making you
go.
full screen.
Hold on, I'm trying to get it in the middle.
Solo.
So the reason that we did this pedal board is because of
What
this
is that
guy right
green
here.
pedal?
The foot switch for the Bad Cat is a TRS foot
What's
switch.
that say? Oven Deluxe? What?
Okay.
God, hold it steady.
Hold it. Put it back up, John.
Wow.
Well, you can talk while you hold it. We want to see what the pedals are. So you got a TRS going into the. It's a
Yeah.
tip ring sleeve into the Bad Cat.
Into this thing. That's my breakout box for the board to do 4-cable method with the foot switch as well.
Ooh.
I have
Nice.
my other board, but my other board's wired for just a TS cable going into the breakout box, and I didn't want to have to like disassemble and do all sorts of shit. Most of this stuff's not interesting. The only thing really interesting is this jam pedal Dalai Lama.
Is that the
Correct.
green, the orange pedal? Oh yeah, the
it's really good.
delay llama. What is that green pedal? Why
That's
do I
a
know that?
Maxon. It's a Maxon Overdrive Pro. They say it's sort of like a mix between a Klon and a Tube Screamer circuit wise, but I don't know. I don't love it. I think that's the one pedal I'm going to switch out.
Do you have that mounted on a cutting board or something?
There we go. Somebody got it figured out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I literally bought this board at Ross for $9, and it turned into the perfect pedal board. All I had to do was go to Home Depot and buy these little feet. So pedal board and feet all together is like $13. So that's my.
So that'd be a great pedal board to use when you're cutting your tracks.
I actually made a resistance band workout board with the cutting board too. Put the feet on the bottom. They have the resistance bands and get a bar and do that. It's
I got it
worked out pretty well.
The reason I wanted to do it on a cutting board like that is, well, two reasons. It's because I didn't want to spend a bunch of money on another board, but secondly, I'm so fucking tired of every single pedal board manufacturer making the boards with like the big slots in it. That's all you can find. I was looking for hours last night. Everybody makes them. They all have slots in them. If you've got, a particular layout in mind, those slots kind of dictate where you're stuck putting things. I think it's stupid. I wish more people would just do like a flat surface that you can mount stuff to. Doesn't seem
you
like
heard it here first, folks. Go to Ross, dress for less.
That's right.
Pick yourself up a cutting board.
Right. There you go.
It's a pedal board, Dave. It's a pedal board.
I mean, the cutting pedal board.
handle
And then
on
slide it over to Home Depot and get the rubber feet. I love it.
Yeah, $13. You're all done.
Yeah.
And it's made out of the strongest material in the world, Chinese bamboo.
Nice.
Jackie Chan said Chinese bamboo very strong.
Tonewood.
Exactly. Hold on, guys. I'm going to shut my window because
That's
the
my
frogs
guitar
are just
content
killing me
issue.
here. Hold on a second.
Either that or give them a camera.
Yeah, hold on. Exactly. Get them on
I thought
here.
it was
Hold on.
crickets.
What do we got going on?
Dave has a frog
frogs.
issue.
A frog issue?
He's got a frog problem. Yeah,
Oh, jeez.
they're chirping.
Ah, the French.
Exactly.
Frog problem.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, Paul Masson.
Ricky's got the right idea in the chat. Ricky said, IKEA, here I come. I agree. This is the best idea I've ever had. I've not had many good ideas in my life. This one was solid.
Not slotted, but solid.
I just, it's amazing how everybody makes the same board. They all have the slots in them. I know it's for like routing cables underneath and stuff. But
Did the pedal train have slots?
oh yeah,
Well, the pedal train is like two, like it's, you know what I mean? It has all the empty space. That's what he's referring to.
yeah. It just makes it hard. Like I've got that TC Spark Mini for like a solo boost pedal, and that TC Solo, or that because it's like a mini pedal. It like doesn't sit nicely when you've got like big slats. There's not a lot of room for you to like fix it down with dual lock.
Yeah.
So it's just annoying. Anyway, I need to replace that green pedal. I'm thinking about putting the
SD1?
OCD in place of it. Dude,
Just buy, you know who makes a
that
good
pedal
OCD?
sounds great with that bad cat. I don't, it just is what it is.
You know, oh, there you go.
Oh, look at this.
The hell? Those pedal boards?
That's a pedal board
that's
painted
nice. There
like
you go.
Michael Jordan's 1985 shoe. That's what that is, right?
Patent
Do you know Van Halen lifted that whole design? I mean, the red was his own, but the white one.
I heard
You
it
guys
was
familiar with this at all?
I heard it was some guy that actually played a Les Paul in like a new wave band or something.
He played in a punk band called the Dills.
Oh, okay.
And they used to play at the Whiskey in 76 and 77. And he had the black tape all over his Les Paul. It like literally looks just like Van Halen's. And then Eddie, and I think Eddie did it in May of 77 or June.
Yeah, and Eddie was there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, he lifted it. He took that guy's design.
Eddie saw them there. Yeah.
I'll tell you something else about Eddie. So, have you guys seen the Steve Rosen videos where he's talking about Eddie and he has this guy playing Eddie riffs? That guy's
No,
really
but
not-
I am reading.
he's an
the
old-
book.
Me, I've seen some of his.
So
yeah, it was,
Rosen is talking
like the-
about. He names some song off Disraeli Gears, and Eddie's like, I don't know that song. Like, he goes, who does it? And he's like, it's a Cream song. He goes, I don't know it. He goes, it's on their biggest album. He's like, I don't know it. Because I've been saying forever, it's bullshit that he was a Clapton fan. He just said that because he was pissed off at fucking Richie Blackmore for dissing him when he was a kid. Never listen. And then he shows them, like, later he sees a picture of Jack Bruce with Steve Rosen, and he goes, hey, who's that? He goes, that's fucking Jack Bruce. It's like, oh, I don't know what he looks like. Like, he knew nothing about Cream. He was the big Cream fan. He's so full of crap.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, hasn't it been pretty much established that he was a ZZ Top guy, and that's pretty much where it came from?
I think he ripped a lot of a lot of Billy Gibbons off, which I think is fine. He just sounds like Billy Gibbons on coke, right?
Which he did a lot of.
Which was Billy Gibbons.
Yeah. Have any of you guys read the Tone Chaser book?
No, I never even heard of the guy, but until I started seeing these videos pop up in my feed.
Really? Because he was a big journalist for Guitar World and shit for a long time.
Oh yeah. Oh, I never read that. I mean, I used to buy the magazines and stuff, but I would just look at the songs, read like the articles. I never read like the big articles. I was reading like in the listening room. Remember that in the Cherry Lane book? What was that book called? Guitar for the Practicing Musician.
Yeah,
Or
I had that.
My friend used to call it Guitar for the Practically a Musician.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
But
those tabs were terrible.
Oh, they were, especially the early ones.
Yeah.
But I remember looking up, and there was some Alcatraz song or something, something with Malmsteen, and I'm looking at him like, there's no fucking way that's how it's played.
No, exactly. I was just gonna say it was Hiroshima Mon Amour, and they had this thing tabbed out, and I'm looking at it going, there's no way in hell.
Yeah.
Because you can't play it that fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when Yngwie plays those downward things, he goes down the neck and down the strings like that because of his way of picking. But I remember that guitar, they had him just going down and it's like, wow, how the fuck is he?
Right. They had like a 2-note string deal when he's doing everything 3 notes.
Yeah.
Wait, they had it written as a 2-note string thing? In English?
Yeah, like so, like
a string, but they had an awkward.
It would alternate 2 to 3
position with awkward string changes, like string changes.
I can't believe we all remember the same tab from the same magazine that was out 40 years ago.
It was fucking awful. Because I spent time trying to learn it when my formative years, and then I could kind of do it once I learned the right way to do it.
Yeah.
Well, the book is actually it's really long. I mean, it's like 500 pages or something. Halfway through it, but it's got some. He talks about when he introduced him to Richie Blackmore and he introduced him to Billy Gibbons and how Billy he took him and he was there and like Billy brought one of those little Chiquita guitars and was supposed to give it to Steve Rosen, and Billy and Eddie go back and. They're hanging out and Steve's not in there with them, and he gives it to Eddie and he's like, shit, that was going to be my guitar. So, but
that's what he did little guitars on, isn't it? That little,
it might have been.
That what it was inspired by or something.
Probably. Yeah, Ricky, I remember Skid Marks. I am Doug Marks.
Senorita.
So did you guys see, I made a post the other day and I said, put these 3, pick your favorite album of Graham Bonnet. And since I have you all here, and Joe, yes, but you understood I can't compare a live album to the other studio albums. My point was, which was the best Graham Bonnet album? Was it Down to Earth from Rainbow? Was it Michael Schenker Group Assault Attack? Or was it No Parole for Rock and Roll?
No Parole.
No Parole.
From Alcatraz.
That's the best one.
Yeah.
Live Sentenced.
Well,
I say no Parole.
No Parole. Yeah.
Me too.
But so far, what was winning was the Rainbow one, and I think that Schenker record smokes that Rainbow album. That Schenker record with him is excellent. I don't know if you guys know that record. If you don't know the record, I suggest go on Spotify
know the record.
And listen to it.
I get all the records mixed up.
It's one with Dancer and Desert Song.
Oh, okay.
And Samurai.
Oh, okay.
It's cool.
Yeah,
I think the album's great. I mean, those are 3. You know what's funny is Graham Bonnet's in 3 different bands there. Those are 3 great records. But I definitely think the Rainbow one is the least attractive of the bunch. I mean, I think Lost in Hollywood's a great song. But All Night Long, I want to love you all night long. I do not like that song.
No.
I
The
don't think
verses, the verses sound like it's a show tune. Hey girl, what you been for? What's your name? Are you by yourself? He sounds like he's sashaying across the stage in Broadway. It's like, what the hell is
Clang,
this?
clang, clang with the
Yeah.
Right. That's like, what did Barry Manilow write this track?
Well, if you watch the guy sing, man, it looks like he's blowing his voice out every
Every
song.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan, but I do love those 3 records. And those
Well, it's
2
not a
especially.
falsetto.
What's the song that what's the Rainbow song that I know? Since You've Been Gone.
Since You've Been Gone.
Yeah.
I was watching.
That's like the only
Great
song
song.
I think I know from Rainbow with him in it.
That's the only one.
Oh,
I know.
on that
know
album,
what-
Lost in Hollywood kills.
Me too.
It's great.
Yeah, I don't know it.
Gotta check
I
that
was
one
watching old live footage of him with Rainbow, him with Engve, and every song it's like he's struggling to hit notes, and it's like, how does he been around this long?
Yeah.
Yeah, he always seems like he's screaming at the top of his lungs to
Yeah.
hit the notes.
Yeah,
Well, you figure they're on tour. It depends when he was recorded on tour.
it's like
too.
it's from here and not the diaphragm.
Right,
It's all
right.
coming from here.
Well, when you see him, I think
He
it
sings
was
like me.
Michael Schenker Group that fired him on the road, or like after one show, they were like, "Yeah, no, we're going back to the other guy," and they got back Gary Barden, who I love. I love Gary Barden's voice. But yeah, I mean, just those are 3 great records.
Well, what's funny is that his best one and Ingve's best one are both the same record.
I agree.
Hey guys, are you aware that Guitar Hack is also live right now?
What's Guitar
No.
Hack?
We should pop in there.
What
Take
is
it over.
or not?
They're talking about
Or
rap.
not.
And they're
Oh, hold on
ranking
a second. Do I
albums.
have Jerry in here? Hold on. I can't see because. Hold on, Jerry.
Where are you going to put
All right,
him?
folks. I'm bringing Jerry in. Hold on. Let me see if I have 7 here.
Oh,
There
Hold
he
on.
is.
There's another way I can do it. Hold on. There we go.
Hello.
There we are.
this is the most
a
guys
full
in
house.
one night.
Hey Jerry,
Oh, no, Chuck's not.
hello,
here.
Gaddy.
Geez, I've heard women say that before, Matt.
What, Chuck's not here?
No. This is the most women men we've had in one night.
Okay, you too.
I said,
These
yeah,
guys
this,
we
I
had,
said,
yeah,
guy-
whatever
I
you
said,
said.
this is the most guys we've had.
Yeah,
Time.
exactly.
I don't know. what I
Ricky
did
Compton's
here. Hold
asking
on.
if we remember Doug Marks metal method. You guys ever have a
Oh,
Doug
of course.
Marks metal method?
Yeah, it's a very awkward guitar player.
In his band Hawk. Remember Hawk?
There was another
Yep,
guy
he had the
too.
big
Forget the
hair and
Andy-
that Randy Rhoads V. No, the Carbon V.
What was the guy? It wasn't Doug Marks. There was another guy who I just thought was terrible, and he did those lesson videos back then.
Oh, was it the guy with the mustache? And the
Was it
long hair?
Arlen Roth, was it?
No, not Arlen Roth or Andy Andalorda or all those guys. No, this was like
All right, I'll drop an old name and tell me if we got it here. Is it Wolf Marshall?
Yes.
Whoa,
Oh,
Wolf
there we
Marshall's
go,
another
there we
one,
go.
but that's not who I'm thinking of.
All right.
That's a good one.
That's not who I'm thinking of. But Wolf Marshall's another classic.
Oh, yeah.
This one I
Guitar
picked up, I can't
magazine
remember the
guy.
name, though. He had a pawn stash and
Michael something.
No.
Man, I'm drawing a blank on that.
Dane, do you remember that in the guitar magazines they used to have a guy that used to like teach guitar method? Not Doug Marks. It was hold on.
Kurt Mitchell. He was good though.
No. 80s. Hold on.
Metal
I'm
Meatheads?
Googling this. 80s. Sherry Lane. Let me see. My buddy Al would know because he used to make fun of the dude nonstop. He said he got his record and he was like, I couldn't fucking throw it out fast enough.
I think I know who you're talking about, but I can't remember.
Rap
the name.
Bastard in the chat. Michael
Yeah.
Casma.
Who?
Michael Caswell?
He's a recent guy.
I don't know. I don't
No,
know.
I don't know him. This guy's name was Michael something or something Michaels. Oh, what can I think?
Brett Michaels.
What was the name of the company he was doing it on? Do you remember?
Wasn't it Cherry Lane? Wasn't it part of the? He was part of like it used to be advertised all the time.
Was it
in that
Homespun
fucking-
Tapes or was it Hot Licks?
No, could it? No, it wasn't Hot Licks. But he was the metal guy.
REH.
He was he was the metal guy.
That narrows it down.
Oh, hold on. I think it was. Did he have who did Metal Method? Was that Doug Marks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was
And
it
well,
the Michelangelo
Michelangelo
video talk about?
No, that's
Michelangelo
not
Badio?
his
No.
That's
that
Doug
is
Marks.
Doug Marks.
That's Marks.
Michael Hawk.
No,
Mike Hawk?
Hawk was the name of.
Have you guys seen
was
Mike
the
Hawk?
name of Doug Marks.
Is his name Michael Hawk?
Mike Hawk.
Mike Hawk.
Mike
Is Mike
I
Hawk in
walked
the
right
parking
into
lot?
that one.
Is Mike Hawk in the bathroom?
He's hanging out with Hugh
there's-
Jazz.
There was a couple of Instagram reels where this guy was giving the girl something to read, and she was an old lady, and it was like it basically came out to like my beaver's hairy, but the way she was saying is like my beaver hairy, and she kept saying it, and she's going what? And everybody's dying around her. She goes, "What? What the fuck am I saying?" It was really funny.
Now you got me. Man. Well, I'm trying to remember two guitars. The one you mentioned, and the one I mentioned. He was
What is
awful too. Oh,
Hey, this guy's
it
name was Michael.
Oh well, moving on.
Yeah, that's all right. But those magazines, I mean, what was so funny back then, and Bingham, when you were asking, it was like back then they would have like an Ingve shape like this. All here in this position when he's going,
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
you know, but they would have it like,
what was that shift? Yeah.
yeah.
but they would have the whole run all based here in 12th fret position. And Ingve's like, you know, he's moving
Right,
it all around. And it was like, until you saw somebody do it, you will.
Well, he did it like with 4 notes per string too, with the shift. It's like 3 notes, then you go down.
Right, well, that was a
and then
4-note
the
string
4th
thing I
one,
just
and then,
did.
yeah,
Yeah, that was what it.
it's 3 4 3 4.
Yeah, I mean Holdsworth used to always say he does 4 notes, or he was into 4 notes. But if you watch him play, he's 3-note Charlie. But Jerry, what's been happening other than the new specs? Look at those. Are those handsome? Look at this. Who is this guy?
I found him in my drawer. No, somebody swiped my other glasses, so I had to go back.
Are those prescription or are those
No,
granny
these
glasses?
are like dollars.
Yeah, those are prescription 50s, 60s.
Really?
Yeah, they're trash.
Those
Retro
are his
trash.
necessary
I got a Sunday
prescription
gig.
glasses.
Oh,
So
where are you playing on Sunday?
Lorenzo's in Middleborough. It's like a 3 to 7. type thing.
Oh! It's the little place on 44, on 28 or 44. Is that 28? It's right near. It's right near
28.
Harry's. It's 28. Okay, yeah, I know it. Pasta place, Italian joint.
Exactly, and it's
They
like
got the-
bar room, restaurant, and then the outdoor venue. And that's what we're playing at, the outdoor venue.
oh, really? On
Looks like
Sunday?
a bandstand, a double wide tent for seating for like, I don't know, 10, 12 tables. And then they have these little cocktail tables.
What's going on there? Who are you playing with?
Steve Baker. And we do all types of, Van Morrison and, easy breezy shit. It's
Someone's
fun.
phone's ringing.
Not me.
Not me.
No?
No.
All right, let me just answer that. All right, very good. Hey Pam, hey Johnny Kramer. It's Michael something. Fath.
Hey,
Michael
Pam.
Oh,
Fath.
Michael Fath. Okay, yeah.
Who?
I've heard
Michael
that name.
Fath.
Never heard.
Do you guys remember him?
Nope.
Yep. I remember him very
How do you
well.
spell the last
Friggin'
name?
He had
Fath.
he had a
Oh,
dry as a bone sound. That the recording sucked, and he was kind of sloppy too for what he was trying to play.
But he was all over the place back when we were kids.
Yep. I might have
like-
his first CD
Ah, it's
because I
terrible,
bought
isn't
into
it?
it.
He's still out there giving lessons.
Is he?
Yeah. Having taught guitar for more than 30 years, Michael has established himself as a truly unique instructor covering the genres of straight-ahead jazz, fusion, classical, and progressive rock, blues, hot country, and roots rockabilly. Oof. Going on. Published by the finest names in music education, such as Warner Brothers, Hal Leonard, Cherry Lane, etc.
Yeah, I remember he was with Cherry Lane back when that's because that was the publisher of music, practicing musician.
Mm-hmm.
Dave, who do you think Michael Fath's 3 biggest influences were?
If I had to guess, let me just take a guess. Michael Fath,
He looks like a
I'd say
bucket
he likes
girl.
Yngwie, Eddie Van Halen, and Paganini.
That sounds right. One of
That
them.
was a stock. That was a
By the
stock
way-
answer on guitar.
Oh, yeah.
The guitar.
By the way,
spot.
me and Bigham used to use this joke. I think for fucking years, we anytime
forgot Bach.
somebody would start
They
talking
mentioned
guitar,
Bach.
we'd say, who are your influences?" And one of us would pipe in. You always just have to say 2 guitar players, one of a classic rock genre, one shredder, and one classical. Composer. Oh, I'm really into Richie Blackmore,
And Bach.
Uli Roth,
Bach.
and Dvorak. Yeah, right.
Stravinsky.
It was
Paganini.
the most ridiculous trope, and it was in every guitar player interview of those magazines.
It's still
Well, no.
funny.
It was in Spotlight whenever they were, have these guys in Spotlight, it was
Exactly.
who are your
It was
influences?
Paganini influenced me to play guitar because I didn't want to play violin.
You see guys go like,
So I
Page.
don't want to play that. I want to play guitar.
My influences are Page, Randy Rhoads, and Liszt. It's like, fuck off. Oh, yeah. You can't get enough of Franz Liszt.
Right.
Couldn't fucking hum one melody he wrote. People say Paganini. It's like, oh, really? What do you like other than the Fifth Caprice that fucking people have beat to living death of? Nothing. I figured.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no one knew what it was until Crossroads.
Right. And then all of a sudden, everyone loves the Fifth Caprice and everyone's a
And then
Paganini fan.
Yngwie mentioned, Yngwie was the first one.
He was.
Paganini.
Do you guys remember the great?
Yngwie might be
Cat?
the only one that's being
Yeah, I remember
honest.
the Great Cat.
Agreed.
Apparently, she was
The
a great
Great what?
violin player.
The
that
Great
became,
Cat.
The Great Cat. I remember that.
Oh, the
yeah.
guitar player.
No, she was a violin player.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's actually very good at violin. But guitar, she's
Well, wait, yeah, she did guitar too, but she was
yeah,
like
yeah. She was, yeah.
violin chick, and she just every picture was like her, like full mouth open, like
Right. Oh, yeah, exactly. It was basically like her trying to look like Ozzy
Right.
from the US Festival,
yeah,
right?
pretty much, yeah.
I thought
Like,
she was trying
honestly,
to
was
look
he
at-
a clapping fucking seal at the US Festival?
that
she was,
Saint.
that was back then. She was trying to look like every. I was gonna say every. Fuck. What do they call it? Thumbnail of YouTube gear reviewers.
Right.
That-
But ever
that's
see
it.
the ones like the mukbangs where the guy's like, he's eating a sandwich and he's like, hold on, let me just take a couple of pictures. And he goes, and he does
Oh,
like all those faces and he's
Yeah.
trying to do it.
Yeah.
And then that's what ends up as the thumbnail.
So ridiculous.
When you
It's-
did the clapping, the Aussie clapping, that remind me of the Saint Sanders video that they did with Jakey Lee and Ozzy. That's the funniest fucking thing. You just hear clapping.
So I don't know if you guys saw this, but has anyone seen that Steel Panthers on America's Got Talent?
Yeah, that was great.
I saw a clip on that. Yeah.
Well,
didn't see
it's funny because I guess they got like the biggest response of like anybody, and they're just like going on to this next thing, and now they're gonna have to like probably clean up some of their lyrics for to move on. But they got like 4 out of 4. All the judges loved them, and it's like wow, man, maybe they'll
I don't think they're going to be performing Glory Hole live.
probably not.
Wait, how can they do that if the show? I thought that show was they can't have professionals on.
I
We
guess
covered
not.
this earlier.
It's
No, they
America's Got Talent. They're
None of it's
American.
They-
real. They're
they
all
had a
writing it as they
magician on.
go.
They had a magician on once, Rudy Kobe, and he actually did a couple shows on Fox back in the 90s. I mean, so that
Yeah, I heard that
classifies as a
I heard that issue brought up about how they're professionals and they got like 6 albums out. They even said on the show, hey, we got 6 albums out and we're doing this.
I do a great magic trick. I go on stage and sing and I make the audience disappear.
Yeah,
Good one.
Plus,
Hey, you're lucky you at least get an audience to make disappear.
Steel packs did they
can't get
use
an
during
audience.
that,
but regardless, the point is maybe it's going to breathe a little life back into rock and metal and stuff and
Yeah,
see.
it's nice to see like
Metal.
something that's not just like R&B based pop music on TV.
Yeah,
Right.
But you know what would suck about that? If it does come back, it'll be kind of like a phony type thing. Oh, it's the newest trend, type thing. And
yeah, but it could
it's
still
more
open
trendy
doors.
than
But it could
it's been
still
phony
open
for
things up.
40 years.
Hey, well, it'll open doors to have bands playing out again.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what if that happens, I'll stop playing again.
Hell, I'm
Like
going
earn some
to
extra
form a Steel Panther cover band and go get
Right.
myself a wig, and I'll be playing all the clubs.
That's right. How many clubs are left here in LA for playing
I
live
was in a
music?
band like that
Well, I'm in Florida
about
now.
10
so-
years ago.
Oh, I didn't know you moved to Florida.
About 10
You
years
didn't?
ago,
No.
my band was
Yeah, I've
called
been here for 2
Hollywood
years.
and Vine.
Jesus. What's that? Hollywood and Vine what?
He's frozen. Oh, now he's back.
Peace frame.
Dang, you
I
froze.
had a
We
hair
couldn't hear what
metal
you said.
hair metal band. We were called the Hollywood and Vine 10 years ago, and it was a lot of fun. I put the big D. Schneider wig on. We had a great time.
Nice.
We
You
played a
file
bunch of
your
shows.
teeth too.
The trick is to get a singer that can pull that off. If you don't have a singer that can sing that stuff, then don't even try. But we had this
Right.
dude, and he was
What if
an
you got
Apache
Graham
Indian,
Bonnet?
and he was this real skinny Apache Indian dude, and he could pull that stuff off. We were doing Skid Row and Bon Jovi and all the whole genre, all the Van Halen, all that stuff, and he could actually pull it off. That's the
Nice.
trick. If you don't singer, don't even.
The
Go
thing is, it's totally true. Your singer's got
Especially
to
in
do
that
it.
genre. It's everything.
Yeah.
But our singer was crazy.
I always thought a good idea for a tribute band or a cover band would be to pick.
And our singer would
So some people do like, okay, we're a Zeppelin tribute band, or do like a Metallica tribute band, but the vocals are all sung in the style of that guy from the B-52s. That Schneider.
Fred Schneider.
Fred Schneider.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got every song is sung
Yeah.
like that, but it's like Metallica or something.
Fred Schneider plays
Schneider.
Megadeth.
Yes,
Well,
exactly.
remember they did that
Metallica.
with Dred Zeppelin?
Metallica.
They had the Elvis
we had,
impersonators
si-
singing all the Zeppelin tunes.
so metal Elvis.
Well, I
Dylan
got me
song.
a Sandman. It's as big as a whale. It's about to set sail.
Speaking of big as a whale,
Sandman is
this woman on a
big.
motorcycle, I mean, she was really obese. And she pulls up to me and she's like, do you know how I can get to 495? I said, honestly, I'd start with a
I see
diet
it coming.
and maybe some light exercise.
Right. A little diet and light exercise.
Hey, I can get you to
Don't
95
get
and
you
then to 290.
Great. That's a great thing.
Thank you.
Jesus.
How do I get to 405?
You get special ribs on that?
Well, you got to have,
Oh my
it's a
God.
classic. I actually stole it, but I'm not going to give the guy credit. I saw it on a meme. It said Stacey Abrams was asking directions, and she asked somebody, how can I get to 285? And they said, you got to diet and maybe start exercising.
I think you're dropping Stacey Abrams into it.
She was in the meme. It was just a meme that came up like 2
4 or
days
5
ago. I'm
years.
like, I'm stealing this bit.
That's really
I
funny.
liked it too much. Oh, it's a classic.
Uh,
It's a fucking
So-
classic. It's gold.
we've got a pretty good gig this weekend.
What are you playing?
We're playing at the place we always play, South Bay Customs, that cool joint that's like a motorcycle shop that's been converted. But it's LA Beer Week. And somehow we ended up getting 8 local breweries to participate in our little shtick. And for those of you who don't know what we do live band karaoke. So we sing probably a third of the songs and the crowd sings the rest of them. But yeah, they've got all these breweries are going to be bringing all their beer and bringing all of their usual customers and stuff. We're expecting it to be like a big show.
So
Yeah.
do you have like a teleprompter for the crowd, so the people that don't know the
that's
lyrics?
the next step. That's been talked about. Right now it's all paper, but we have been
I
talking
like how
about
I had to ask
investing
you
in,
what
like,
your
a
gig
screen.
was, but yet I liked all 3 of your posts when you posted it. Like I've already liked it. Like as soon as you said it, I was like, oh yeah, I've liked that thing.
Yeah,
I saw
that's
his
right.
story.
That's how it goes. Oh, I believe me. At this point,
I'm like, what's your gig? I don't know. You've only fucking clicked like 3 times on it.
Yeah.
No,
I hear you. I hear you. But yeah, it's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be hard for me because I also like beer, and I don't drink very often, but I like beer, but I can't drink beer.
Beer,
Right.
good.
You know, all the carbs and shit now. So like,
Just
I'm gonna
go
be
with
surrounded
tequila.
by all these like great microbreweries. All their shit.
Yeah, but how many
and-
songs do you have to have memorized for this gig?
We I think we've got 36 on this particular one.
Oh, all right.
We curate it. We don't let it exist as like an open format. So
Right.
we've got about 100 songs that we can do, but if
You
it was
guys are
just
pulling
like,
the
okay, we're
fucking
gonna play any number of these 100 songs, you just pick it and tell us what to play. Instead
Right.
of
You
doing
guys are
that, we
Nave and
kind of-
Johnson them, right?
What's
You guys
that?
remember Nave and you guys are Nave and Johnson
The
them, the
jerk.
person. You could do any song from here to here, from
Oh, right.
here to here.
Right,
here.
right.
Here's the song you do.
In these 3 inches.
Yes. No, we take like like a night like this, everything that we're going to be doing is going to be hard rock as opposed to like any of the punk stuff. None of the punk stuff, none of the poppier stuff. So it's all going to be kind of like the lighter side of metal, hard rock, and then like classic rock, and that's what this
We
is.
only do 80s Green Day.
That's right. That's right. The only Green Day we're doing is from the
We
first
had
record.
a live band karaoke. We had live band karaoke here in Phoenix, and I would go every Thursday night. And COVID shut it down, but pre-COVID, I would go every Thursday night, and they had the teleprompter. So the keyboard player would type in the song on his computer, and they would set up a big screen TV right as a monitor, a couple of chairs or something. So we had all the lyrics. And so I would use that as rehearsal. So I would think, okay, I'm going to try Free Fallin' or something by Tom Petty. The guy would hand the guitar and the whole band sort of kind of knew it. And we would train wreck some songs, but it gave me a chance to see if vocally, if those songs are in my wheelhouse. So we'd play Free Fallin', really good. I would try Radar Love.
Dane, your video and
sometimes.
audio
Am I-
really sucks tonight.
Yeah, you're cutting
on?
off a lot tonight.
Oh, I
And
left
your
there
video,
for a
your
minute.
your video is very blurry.
And
and
that live
Yeah, yeah,
band,
yeah.
we called it Rocky Okie, and it was awesome. And
Yeah.
Hang
Yeah,
on,
your
I gotta
video
change the
sucks.
batteries in my mouse.
Okay,
I'll
yeah.
shit the bed.
let me try this.
Yeah, see, can you change your internet?
Wow, nothing's happening.
All right.
Wow, you made Crow disappear.
No, Grell's there. It's Dane took off.
No, he's not there. All I see is a drum set. Oh, there he is.
No, bro, probably chasing that cat.
Do we have any lists tonight?
I was just about to say, how
Orange.
about we have a quiz?
Let's do a quiz. And also, I just want to say, I came up with a top 10 Columbo.
Oh, wait. I got to ask, because I haven't been on since we discussed this. Did you ever check out The Night Stalker, Dave? The cold check.
I can't find it right now, but it's on my radar of notifying me when it's free. No, because they have it. It's like you got to pay for it on Prime.
Oh, okay.
But it's on my radar of next
Why?
shows I'm watching.
Why do they want you to pay for a
I don't know.
a
It's so
show that's
stupid.
like
I hunted everything.
50 years
You know,
old?
and I also wanted to watch that movie that Joe mentioned, and it was
Sisu.
$20. But you know what I watched? Have you guys ever seen a movie called Hell Hotel?
Heard
Motel
of it.
Hole. Motel Hell.
No, Hell Hotel. It's it's like a Halloween. They rent a hotel to make a haunted house. I thought it was a pretty decent horror. It's on Prime. I enjoyed it. I figured you guys would have seen it.
Hotel.
All right, what's the quiz? Let's hear what Joe has for a quiz.
Well, I got a couple. I have far out psychedelic pop quiz. So this is for
Psychedelic pop.
60s and 70s
I thought you were
psychedelic
gonna say
pop.
far out
exactly.
space.
The answer is Ed King, Incense and Peppermints.
I thought you were going to say
No,
far
this
out
is-
space nuts.
Now, whenever I get an email now that from
I said
DTV that
lunch,
has,
not
like, new
launch.
quizzes, I save it. So the first one starts off kind of easy, I think. Time of the Season is an iconic cut from which band's second album, Odyssey and Oracle?
Zombies.
Zombies. Number 2, the Young Rascals had a hit in '67 with Groovin'. That band later changed their name to which of the following? And you have a choice of the Grateful
Rascals.
Dead, the Rascals, or Booker T. and the
Rascals.
Cheese. Rascals.
They went
The
from
Rascals.
Young Rascals to Rascals.
Okay, number 3. Who cares what games we choose? Little to win, but nothing to lose. Are lyrics from the Strawberry Alarm Clock track, Incense and
Peppermints.
Peppermints.
Peppermint. Okay.
I knew that was going to be on the fucking list.
Number 4. Which year marked the release of Pink Floyd's debut album, Piper at the Gates of Dawn? 67, 68, or 69?
I think it's 7.
7.
The year I was born.
Yeah.
Number 5, with its freaky vocal effects, Donovan's Hurdy-Gurdy Man is definitely an example of psychedelia. What band's members served as studio musicians recording the
Zeppelin.
song's guitars and bass parts? Zombies, Birds, or Zeppelin?
John Paul
Zeppelin.
Jones and Jimmy
It's Zeppelin.
Page.
All right, number
Okay, they were the
6.
session guys.
Although they would later be more closely associated with disco, this Bee Gees album from '69 is absolutely a work of psychedelia. What's it called? Your
I
choices
have no
are
idea.
Odessa,
Okay, choices.
Idea, or Cucumber Castle.
The first one, Odessa.
Odessa. Number 7, according to the Jefferson Airplane song White Rabbit, the pills given to you by whom don't do nothing at all? The Red
Mother.
Queen, the Dorm House, or Mother?
Mother.
Mother.
Pills that
Number
mother give you.
number 8. After parting ways with his original group, the Jimi Hendrix Experience, Hendrix employed Billy Cox and Buddy Miles, forming a band frequently referred to by which name?
Band of Gypsies.
Band of
Gypsies. Okay. Number 9. Inspired by Pet Sounds and Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, which established band released the psychedelic song "Watch the Flowers Grow" in 1967? Your choices are the Four Seasons, the Everly Brothers, or the Platters.
I'd say 4 Seasons.
Everly.
I'd say the Four Seasons.
It is the Four Seasons. Number 10. Butterfly was the final Hollies album to feature which member before his departure in '68?
Graham
Good
Nash.
choice.
Graham Nash.
Okay,
Yep.
Graham Nash. I'm not even going to say the other one. Hey, we got 10 out of 10.
Yep.
So
We're good.
that's a good one.
So
I
that
think there's
wasn't
a
that
couple of others I
psychedelic,
haven't
though.
looked at yet.
Dave, what was the name of that movie again?
Hotel Hell.
I just looked it up on Prime.
Hell Hotel. Hell Hotel.
Hell Hotel. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Hell Hotel.
Okay.
Hello.
I think it says Hell Hotel LLC, maybe.
Well, no, I just saw that, and there is one that's that was called Hell Hotel LLC, but it was about some chick that, you know, is it about a woman who goes back and keeps having like shit happen or something?
Always.
Is it Hell Hotel?
Yeah.
Hell Hotel.
It was really good. I enjoyed it. It was a
Who's
different
it?
way to shoot a film, I thought, of a horror.
Who's in it?
I don't know anybody in it.
Is it from like
Hey, Rich.
recent or 10 years ago?
I think it's like 10 years ago because there's been two sequels.
Uh,
I haven't watched
horror
the
Up there.
sequels.
Is it
Was
about
it,
the
was it
Red
Horror Hotel?
Horror Hotel, maybe.
Okay, because Hell Hotel doesn't have that description. Let's see
Bring
about
it up.
horror.
What does Horror Hotel have? Hold on. I thought it
The
was.
anthology series
is part of the
continues.
plot the guy's transporting a prisoner?
No.
In,
Way alive.
Well, the Hell Hotel LLC says on October 8th, 2009, a haunted house subtraction open is okay.
That's it.
Yeah. Oh, it says it's called Hell House.
Oh, Hell House. You're right.
Yeah.
It's a hotel, but they're making a haunted house. Hell
Okay.
House.
Hell
Fantastic.
House LLC.
That I've heard of.
All right.
I found another quiz. How well do you know these hits from 1988?
88.
88. That might be a tough
We're
one.
jumping.
That's good. I like 88.
I don't
88.
know that. The first one's so easy. The first question, but they
Go ahead,
usually lead
you-
off with an easy one.
Yeah.
All right. Number one, Faith was a number one single for George Michael after he left which group?
Wham.
Wham.
Okay, see what I'm saying?
That's
Okay.
terrible.
Number two, Need You Tonight was a huge song in 88 and
In
the
Excess.
signature track for which Australian band?
Mhm.
Excess. All right, number three. Which former Beatle scored a hit covering James Ray's Got My Mind Set on
George
You?
Harrison.
Harrison.
Oh, it's so dumb.
George Harrison.
This song is just 3 words long. So
Rick,
I think it's 6.
Rick Astley's Never Going to Give You Up is the subject of an internet meme known as which of the
Rick
following?
Rick Roll.
Rick Rolling. Number five, Sweet Child of Mine, the Billboard year-end Hot 100 number 5 single features a solo from which guitarists?
Are you
I
serious?
wonder which
All right, we gotta find a more difficult list.
I'm telling you. But the
Yeah, that was-
the options
Yeah.
on here are they're telling you is it either Slash, Eddie Van Halen, or Dave Mustaine? Of course, it's Slash. Finish these Whitney Houston lyrics. I get so emotional, baby. Every time I think of you, I get so emotional, baby. And your choices are: Ain't it a life if it ain't us two?
No.
Ain't it sad, baby? Ain't it true? Ain't it shocking what love can do?
Bingo.
That's it.
Yeah, we need to
There we
find
go.
a new list. That's,
Shocking.
I know the song. I didn't.
this is like
Well, what can I tell you? It's not like I have 20
can't
hours
pull
a
out
day.
like,
I can pull out a list. As featured in an episode of Black Mirror, "Heaven is a Place on Earth" is a song by which artist?
Linda Carlisle.
Linda Carlisle.
Linda Carlisle. Yeah. I think we're going to get 10 out of 10 on this one. Number 8 could have
Thank God
been
it's
was
only
the
10.
second number one single in a row for which anonymous singer?
Tiffany.
You said that so quickly. How did you know?
I didn't hear the first
He's
part
a
of the
big
question.
Tiffany guy.
Hands to
Oh, yeah.
Heaven was the international breakthrough hit for which
Breathe.
English new wave act? Well, you got that one. Never heard of them. Okay, number
I
10.
love that
Steve
album, by the
Win-
way. The album's called All That Jazz, and it's one of my all-time favorite records.
Number 10, Steve Winwood's Roll With It was the final number one single presented during which disc jockey's historic run as host of American Top 40?
Casey
That would be
Casey
Casey
Kasem.
Kasem.
Casey
Oh,
Kasem.
Casey.
We got 10 out of 10.
I almost said Dick.
And that person is Tom Petty. And that song is Reality.
Here we go.
Dave, you seen the British guy? He and his son have a shop, a record shop, in somewhere in England.
Oh yeah,
He
I know the guy
does
you're talking about.
Instagram. He's always
Uh-uh.
doing the top 3.
Yeah, you know the
Ah,
British
what's
guy has a
You're the
record
British
shop. Wore a shirt all the time.
Yeah, his kid's always like, Dad, what's your 3 favorite records?
Yeah, exactly.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe Bingham knows it. I'm like, I
great.
don't know.
I've only seen it for like a week, 10
Wow.
days.
I'll
Yeah.
look for it when I after the show when I go smoke.
It's on the
Jerry, and if you're
reels.
around, I'm going to smoke a cigar afterwards if you want to swing by.
Oh, by the way,
All right.
Dave, it'll be another week and it'll be a little over a month that those Cubans have been sitting in the Ziploc bag with the moisture
Listen,
packs.
if those guys pass away, you're going to be responsible for their lives. So open that bag.
I
So,
was gonna say, hope you poke some holes in that bag. Hey, I've got a You guys want to, Dave? You want to be first to leak some guitar industry news?
Yes. What do we got?
please.
Yeah, let me do a. Can I do a screen share?
Yes. Screen
Here we go.
share.
I don't know. Can you,
Dave
can
wouldn't
you
know how to
like?
do that. He can
What do
barely
I
don't
do?
know
I have to
how
do
to.
that?
Let me see
You
if
used
I
to do it.
Make him
Share
make him
screen.
the feature.
Is this a bad cat thing?
Yeah. But I'm just. Let's see if we can do this here. I'm gonna go with entire screen, and then I'll just do
Yeah.
this. So I'll talk through it. So anyway, I'm doing a share right now.
Oh, here it is. Oh, I see. It adds me to do it. Okay, go ahead.
Can you guys
What?
see this photo?
Well, I
Well,
did, and
I
then
did for a
there it
second.
is.
Here we go.
Up there.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tosin Abasi from Animals as Leaders is on tour with Dream Theater and Devin Townsend this summer, and he signed with Bad Cat, so he's our first major artist playing Bad Cat. So going on the road, couple 412s. These are oversized 212s and a couple of heads, and then this crazy complicated pedal board. But yeah, it's pretty rad. It's exciting because he was a Fractal audio guy forever. And, he's going on tubes now.
Well, here's the problem I have. I don't know his playing very well, but what I have seen, his sound was horrendous.
Yeah, it's a lot better now.
I hope so.
He was using.
I saw that one coming.
Well, yeah, he was
in on those
all modeling and
you want that
Fractal.
again? Hold on.
Yeah, can you come in a little? There's something interesting about the top.
How do
Go
I
back to the top?
Maybe
We
you
just
can
got
speak to
meta.
that. The design of the cabinet, there's like a little baby slanter in the top or a bevel.
Oh, okay. So what was going on with the cabinets is the one on the bottom is a traditional 412, and the one on top is an oversized 212.
Okay.
So the oversized 212, if you guys have seen the old Bogner oversized 212s, it's roughly the same dimensions. So yeah, that's what's going on. It's just a pair of 412s on the bottom, pair of 212s on top. And
All right, Cheech, inexpensive light cigar. Try the Henry Clay Warhawk.
Yeah,
Very light
that one's good,
for
too.
Connecticut. Nice, smooth. It's good. All right, so very cool. That's very cool. So he's out there supporting, using the Bad Cat stuff. I haven't gotten mine yet, but I heard it's coming.
Yeah, I was waiting for mine too. It should be
Black.
Hold your breath, boys. Hold your breath.
And
oh, where's the love, Bing? Come on.
I actually busted out my Vox Night Train the other night and the other day and was playing it through my pedal board just to try to see if I could pull out some of the mids that I wasn't liking with it. And it was actually excellent. It sounded great. In fact, the two guys opening my neighbor's pool came over and was like, "Man, you sound great." I was like, "Thanks."
Wasn't there somebody that was supposed to be gifted that Night Train from you a few weeks ago?
What's that?
I feel like somebody that was in the group.
That was Joe.
I'll give you that Night Train.
That was Joe.
There you go.
I didn't hear that.
I didn't either.
Okay.
That's right.
Because now I have it sounding pretty good. You know what? Because I have a gig coming up where I got to play electric, and I was just like, do I want to schlep out my Fender? It just means I got to bring 3 boards. It just sucks. I hate schlepping stuff. So the Night Train was 1 board, 1 amp. I'm like, giddy up.
Why do you need
Let's
3
do it.
boards to play a Fender?
Well, 2 boards, but they come with cases, and it's just so much. Because I have a pedal. My pedal board's broken up in 2 parts for the Fender and for my. Yeah. Exactly. Let me just say this real quick. So, Joe, last week we talked about Columbo, and I don't know if you have any Columbo lists today, but I wrote down the top 15 Columbo episodes as of, because Joe made a list, and the list was, well, you didn't make the list, but the list was terrible.
Well, I couldn't even give you the title of one Columbo episode, dude.
Oh, really?
Let's get him.
I watched
straight
it as a
here.
kid, but I don't remember all of them.
I'll just give you my top 3.
I watched a few, but
Number 3 is Candidate for Crime with Jackie Cooper. He's the senator running for office, and he kills his the election guy. Number 2 is A Friend Indeed, which is the commissioner kills the wife, and then number 1 is Murder by the Book with
that's
I'm sure
Jack Cassidy.
All the
But now
listeners
you
are
see
going,
him as
"Those are
definitely
mine
in
as
the
well."
top 10. What's that?
I said, I'm sure everyone watching is going, those are my favorites as well.
Martin
no, they're
Milner's in there too, right?
Who slipped
Martin
out?
Milner?
Bingham slipped?
Looked like Bingham ditched us. He got
Dave,
his
is
plug
Martin
in.
Milner in there as well?
Who?
I believe Murdered by the Book. Martin Milner. He was the partner of Jack Cassidy.
Yeah, he's one that gets killed.
Well, I found the quiz about Columbo. It's got 10 questions. You
ahead.
want it? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Number
The
1.
winner is Dave.
Can you hear me? Because I'm sitting back. I can move this.
Yeah.
No, go ahead. We hear you.
Whatever. Fuck it.
You can put that
Number
microphone
1.
in the other room. It's going to sound better than Dane's mic tonight.
Yeah.
When Faye Dunaway asked what his first name was, what did Columbo answer?
Lieutenant.
Lieutenant.
Is that the answer?
Yeah, and it's also a later episode, so I'm already not liking this. I don't like the second half. This is part of the Columbo reboot.
Number two is shit. We've mentioned this episode, the last three of our episodes. In which episode did Columbo let the killer go?
Forgotten Lady.
Forgotten Lady.
Yeah,
Number three. In Murder of a Rock Star, there is a serious continuity error. What is it? They give you 4 choices. Let me read them.
Another later one where Dabney Coleman's the killer. Let's hear it.
What?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Dabney Coleman's the killer in this one, but I want to know what are the 4 choices?
Although pouring with rain when Columbo goes into the building, it is dry underfoot when it comes out a moment later. Dog is not in the car when Columbo leaves it, but is there when he comes out. Dog could have been laying down. Columbo puts 4 corks on the counter and a moment later is looking intently at only 3 corks. And finally, Columbo is wearing black trousers when he goes into the building, but he's wearing blue ones when it comes out a moment later.
I'll take that one.
I'm going to say it's the corks.
Go down. They got the answers here. The answer is, although pouring with rain when Columbo goes into the building, it's dry underfoot.
Hey, Angel Martinez, welcome back. Also, Hannibal has a cool thing here in a moment. We'll get to that. Go ahead. What are these other Columbos?
Okay. Number...
What do I have to read the IMD to figure out continuity errors of episodes? That's not like... Go ahead.
Where was the episode Dagger of the Mind set? Is it Los Angeles? London. Okay, London.
It's in London.
Number 5. What was the command word or phrase which caused the Dobermans to kill and how to dial a murder?
Rosebud.
Rosebud. Okay. Number 6. At the 1976 episode A Matter of Honor, another episode was mentioned, not by name, but by description of the murder and its
Troubled Waters.
Excuse me.
Does anyone else notice that Dave's the only one that knows these answers?
Yeah, I am watching.
Right?
Hey, let's do a Simpsons one next.
Matter of Honor is fantastic, by the way. And so was Troubled Waters.
While some actors have appeared in more than one episode, one guest star played the murderer in 4 separate storylines more than any other. Who was this?
Leslie Nielsen.
Patrick McGowan.
Number 8, the murder of Luis Barsini in Murder, a Self-Portrait, was not entirely due to fear of exposure about a previous murder, and Dog was instrumental in giving Columbo the vital clue. What was the reason?
Can you say that one more time? Because I'm all over the place in which episode I'm in. Say it again.
Okay. The murder of Luis Barsini in Murder, a Self-Portrait, was not entirely due to fear of exposure about a previous murder, and Dog was instrumental in giving Columbo the vital clue. What was the reason? And you have 4 choices.
Go ahead, give me the choices.
Money, jealousy, anger.
Anger.
Ooh, you've stumped.
I hate this episode. That's why. It's the guy who paints on the beach. He's married to when one of the wives is Shara Denise, Peter Falk's wife. I just can't remember, but I'm going to say I think it was jealousy.
Jealousy. And let me give you the explanation. Ooh. The episode starts unusually with Columbo as he takes Dog to a basset hound show where Dog bites him. Later, Columbo is to learn that Dog reacted like that through jealousy, and this gives our lieutenant a vital clue in the case. Number 9. What were the names of the 2 college students who murdered their professor by remote control? You have 4 choices. Well,
I need the choices.
It's
by the way, Robert Culp was the father. Go ahead.
Fucking guy. It's Brendan Leeworthy and Michael Kent, Cooper Redman and Justin Rowe, Chris Paulson and Robert Wild, or Tom Montaugh and Roy Turner.
The second one.
Number 2.
Cooper Redman and Justin Rowe.
That sounds like a made-up name.
It was Cooper Redman and Justin Rowe.
As soon as I heard the names, I go, that sounds
as soon as I heard the names, I know the episode.
And it says
I just thought, I don't know the episode.
This episode is unusual in that Columbo was actually present when the deed took place.
Yeah.
Okay, last question. And then there's number 10. Shira Denise has played a part in 6 Columbo episodes, but what relationship is this actress to
Peter Falk's wife.
who played the Rumple detective?
Technically, Peter Falk's second wife.
Well, they gave you 4 choices: sister, daughter, cousin, wife, or if he's from the South, all in one.
Right.
So how many
It was
seasons?
wife.
How many seasons of Columbo is there, Dave?
Something like
It's a
13.
bullshit number because
because it skips years.
some seasons only have 4 episodes because it wasn't every week show. It was mixed in with like Banachek and McLeod. They didn't have full seasons. So there's probably, I mean, of the original series, I want to say 8 times or 7 times, let's say an average of 5. So probably 40 episodes, 35, 40 episodes of the original. And then the reboot probably has another 15.
Oh, okay. I thought there was way more than that.
No, I'm watching the same episodes over and over.
But you know, because
In case
Peter
you can't
Falk
figure
was
that.
cool about it. They
Yeah.
would have given him anything he wanted, and he was just like, "Yeah, when I'm in the mood, I'll do a Columbo."
Yeah. Peter Falk was the one who they wanted to do the show, bang out 20 episodes a
Yeah.
season. He was like, I don't want to do that because there's no way the writing is going to be that good then.
Yeah,
And he was the one that said, mix it in. And so then they went with the movie of the night where it was one of 4 shows. And, Columbo was like 7 episodes in the first season.
and it became something special. There's a Columbo. Shit.
Right. Exactly.
I found another quiz here. It's Columbo notable villains.
Okay, that one I'd like. Let me hear
Who's
that.
playing guitar? Who's noodling?
Jerry.
I'm not.
Okay.
Oh, it
Okay,
is
this has 10 questions as well.
You're noodling, sir.
Suitable for framing, pits the shabby-looking detective against an art critic who murdered his uncle, then tried to pin the deed on his aunt, named the actor who gained fame as the detective on television's The Wild Wild West,
Ross
and who
Martin.
played a sinister and mysterious tormentor in the movie thriller Experiment in Terror.
Ross Martin.
Okay, man, the questions on these are like 5 sentences long on each one. I'm about to tap out.
Yeah.
This
You don't have
actor,
to do it.
this
Yeah,
actor,
it's
nah,
just
we'll
skip it.
finish this one. All right, this actor played one of the more sympathetic killers in the series. He disposed of his Spendthrift brother in order to save the family winery.
That's Donald Pleasance.
All right, I'm not going to read the question, but I just saw that one last week. Swan Song featured this timely
Johnny
country
Cash.
western singer,
You
Johnny
can just
Cash.
move on. Johnny Cash. You name the
What?
name the episode. I'll tell you who the killer is.
Okay, in Requiem for a Falling Star.
Dave.
Requiem. for
But it's not a
Fallen
killer
Star.
question. Columbo simultaneously pursues and idolizes a former matinee idol whose secretary died in a suspicious fire.
Okay. You want me to tell you who the actress is?
Yes.
You got to give me a second to think of her name. Guys, she was in the movie The 10 Commandments. She played Nefertiti. What the hell's her name? Ann Baxter.
And back. Okay. Number 5. In the most dangerous match, a grandmaster disposes of his worthy opponent prior to their championship chess match. Which actor who was unforgettable as a brainwashed assassin in the Manchurian Candidate did the dirty deed this time?
I have no idea what his name is.
You want a hint? Well, there's 4 choices.
Give me the 4
What?
choices.
Lawrence Harvey, Bobby Fischer, Frank Sinatra, Edward Cox.
Frank Sinatra.
No, it's the second one.
Oh, well, he was in the Manchurian Candidate.
What was the second guy's name?
I chose. If you give a hint, it takes 2 of them out. It's either Lawrence Harvey or Edward Fox.
It's Lawrence, that guy, whatever that guy name is.
Lawrence Harvey. All right.
Hard.
Number 6, famous as a child actor from our gang. You mentioned him before, Jackie Cooper. If you
It's
don't know
Jackie
that,
Cooper.
yeah.
Candidate
In a
for
rare
crime.
role as a baddie, this veteran of Disney films and a successful 60s sitcom shines as Paul Galesko.
Dick Van Dyke.
Yep.
And like in Try and Catch Me, this veteran of stage and screen matched
Ruth
with
Gordon.
Ruth Gordon. Okay.
From Quincy.
In
she
Lovely
is from
but
Quincy.
Lethal,
Yep.
Columbo has to nab who?
Lovely but lethal. Again, there's another actress. I don't know what her name is. It's the cosmetics lady. She
Yeah.
kills Martin Sheen. I don't know what her name is.
Give me a hint. It's either Janet Leigh or Vera Miles.
Vera Miles.
I don't know. Let me see. 9. Vera Miles. Okay. Final question. This stern-looking actor appeared in numerous episodes and always as the killer. Oh, come on. This gives it away.
Oh, it's got to be Ray Milland.
Bullshit.
No. Ray Milland was only the killer in one. Go on. Keep going.
The next sentence gives it away. And by dawn's early light, done. If you don't know
Patrick
that, I'll
McGowan.
fucking kill you. All right. That's
McGowan.
it for Columbo for tonight.
Would you like one of quality for a change?
Greatest
Should do
fucking
it.
line ever.
Should do a Simpsons one. As long as it's
Why
the
don't
first
you
10
try
seasons.
one?
Wait, so Hannah Baum said, here's a topic. Pick the MVP and the weakest links of bands.
Ooh.
So you would pick a band and you would say, like,
Who's
I'll tell
the
you,
best?
like,
Who's the best and who's the worst?
who's the strong, like
Queen, I would say Roger Taylor's the weakest link, and Freddie Mercury's the strongest. With Brian May in second and Roger Deacon.
John
That's
Deacon.
kind of rough because
John Deacon third. Roger Deacon. Who the fuck is Roger Deacon?
when
Who
I
said-
think of
who said
that, I
that?
immediately think
John Deacon, yeah.
Yeah.
John Deacon wrote some of the biggest hits for the band, so
That's
I
why-
agree with you that he's definitely more than Roger Taylor.
All right, what do you think? What does everyone think with Van Halen?
Well, that's
Eddie's
I mean,
the
All right, yeah, I know, but
Probably-
who would you pick? Who do you pick as the weakest link?
Michael Anthony.
See, but
Well,
no, I'm
wait a
going to
minute.
tell you why I disagree.
What vocalist?
say
His
because of the
background
vocals.
are great.
What vocalist?
he is great, but
Don't
are
get me
you
wrong.
saying that you don't think Alex is a great drummer?
I think he can be replaced.
Well, wait a
Really?
minute.
No.
Okay, so-
David Lee Roth is the
Right.
weakest fucking link.
Alex
I know.
locked in with his brother. I don't think anyone could lock in with Eddie like his own brother did.
DLR is weak.
Well, he's not weaker.
He's
than Michael
weak, but
Anthony.
Van Halen wouldn't have been Van Halen
No.
without DLR.
Michael-
they
no.
could have been
His
without Michael
vocals
Anthony.
are
But then,
superb.
then Michael
Who
Anthony,
cares, man?
yeah, he always
There's
had that
tons of
high
guys
voice.
that can sing backup vocals. Okay, he had a good sound, but his bass playing was shit, and it always
Well-
was. And he didn't write a fucking thing. He's the guy that in the band that never did shit. If you've read any of these Eddie books, he did nothing. He wouldn't even contact these guys when they weren't on tour. He just that's why
Well,
he got.
that's from Eddie's point of view. On the other side, they say Eddie's full of shit.
Well, no, they all got together at one point and said, "You're not getting the same cut we're getting anymore because you don't write anything." Period. So there you go.
How about
I won't argue. I think Michael Anthony's the weak link, but I think it's obvious
Yeah, it is.
because
I
I,
mean,
just think that any bass player could have taken that gig.
They could
And
have.
yeah, his vocals
He
were
didn't,
good, but
he didn't even make up his own bass lines. Eddie had to show him everything.
not very, Dino. I would say not very accurate.
And that's always the thing. People say, "Oh, what his backup vocals?" It's like, so what? Fucking Wolfgang did those vocals, and it sounded just like him.
But when I
It's
saw them in 2007, Lee Roth was terrible.
Yeah, no, I'm not
Yeah,
saying.
voice was
yeah.
shot
yeah, he's
by
always
that.
terrible.
But still, if you look at it from the point of view of what made the band, it's like Dave wrote the lyrics, he wrote the vocal melodies, and all that stuff. So you can't say he's the weakest link because
Now, how about this one? Here's going to be a controversial one. Led Zeppelin.
Ooh.
It's controversial
Ages-
because I think all guys
ages-
are even in that
But
band.
that's the thing, because I
I would
thought
say
about that.
I would say Page edges out Plant by a little bit, but then Bonham, oh my god, yeah,
But
that's
there are
true.
some bands where you don't find the weak link. Because I thought I
That's
didn't
right.
think about I didn't
On
think
those-
about Led Zeppelin. I thought about Black
But-
Sabbath.
but
I
we
can't
have
find
to.
the
We
weakest
have
link.
to.
I'm not.
The
I'm not
thing
doing
is,
it.
guns to your head, you have to. So
I'll die.
Hold on,
Black
man.
Sabbath.
The thing is with Sabbath, and I'll give the same credit to Sabbath. Sabbath and well, I might put Ozzy as the weak link, even though I love him.
Hmm.
But they proved they could do a record without him,
Hmm.
and it was heaven and hell.
yeah.
And it's the original band.
Well, I think what it boils
But it would
down-
be really close. I mean, I would almost not want to cut it, but I would have to say if a gun was to my head on that one.
But
And
I consider Black Sabbath to be a totally different band with Ronnie James Dio, though. The style of music was
Yeah, but they're the
totally
same three
different.
guys.
Same three guys, yeah. Well,
Right.
could make the same argument with Van Halen then, and Van Hagar. I mean, it's the same three guys with a different singer.
Yeah, Alex
not the same
and Michael
band.
Anthony still booted.
Yeah.
He's still the weak link.
Yeah, I don't know what your point was there.
No. My point is that I'm just saying that they were two totally different bands. So I mean, like comparing the singers in that.
Oh no, but I wasn't comparing singers. What I'm saying was, I think if you took Sabbath, I think Bill Ward, Butler, and Iommi are monsters. Yeah. And I do think, and because Ozzy didn't even write the lyrics, and that was Geezer, I would give Ozzy. He's just
but his signature voice, though. His signature voice is Sabbath, though.
And he's a personality.
It's a hard
too.
one to do.
But in any of this stuff, you've got to look at like, okay, who's the guy that didn't write any of the music? You know, because that's what it boils down to. It's like whether you're a great.
Well, in most bands, that's going to be the drummer.
Yeah, most.
Right. I mean, just saying. I mean, they can put a groove down, but I mean, did Bill Wood? I mean, those guys all shared writing.
Did
credit.
Bonham write anything? Not really a great drummer, but did he write any of the music?
No.
Yeah, but I'm not going to say he's the weakest link in the band, though.
Really?
No, I'm not going to say.
Well, you're the one that just said we have to do it.
We have to do it. I just disagree with you. That's all.
No,
I would say,
then who's the weak link in Zeppelin?
I almost want to say it's tough call between friggin' John Paul and Plant. I know Plant is the signature voice, but I mean, like he wasn't. His voice is good for the band stuff, but in the grand scheme of things, it wasn't.
But the hard thing is he wrote all the
he wrote the lyrics
and the
melodies.
melodies.
The lyrics and
when he wasn't lifting them.
When he wasn't lifting.
Well, yeah, but then you got John Paul Jones.
Page wrote
through the outdoor was mostly John Paul Jones.
I agree. And John Paul Jones played the mandolin stuff on 4. He also played the keyboards on Your Time Is Gonna Come. He was great.
Link, but I just bring that into the mix. And we're not going to agree on any of this.
Who's the weakest link? This one I could already make the prediction. Who's the weakest link in the Police?
Andy Summers.
100%. Not even a question.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure if he's on those fucking records.
Well, I thought you hated Stuart Copeland.
No, I like Stuart Copeland.
Do you? Okay.
Well, he's the middle one. Of course, Sting's the strongest.
Mm-hmm.
If you've seen that movie, Everybody Stares, Stuart Copeland filmed it. It's all from his camera, from the making of the band and from everything they did. And going into that movie, I was very angry at Sting for breaking up the Police. And then after watching that movie, I'm like, I don't know how he lasted that long. I would have been out of there so much sooner.
Well, there was actually a film about Andy Summers that I watched too, and it was like I didn't realize that guy had been around and been in so much shit before.
He played in the Animals.
Yeah,
he was one of like the front runners to join the Rolling Stones too.
Yeah, Synchronicity. When that came out, I think he was in his late 30s. I think it was like 38 when Synchronicity came out.
Mm.
Anyways, I was just curious because I think he's the weak link in that band.
Oh, I agree with you. Yeah, I'm not going to diss on his guitar. I mean, I like his guitar style and stuff.
Well, when you watch this movie and they're doing the song, what's the one where they filmed it in the snow? Da-da-da-da. Sting's playing the solo on the record. I mean, he's in the studio playing it, teaching him it. And then when they're out in the snow and we're looking at it through Stuart Copeland's camera, you can hear Sting yelling out the chords to him to fake for the camera. He still doesn't know how to play this song, and they're doing the video. That was disturbing when I saw that. You guys should watch the movie. It's a really good movie.
In all honesty, that could be Sting could have just thrown it together. Hey, we got to get this video going. And he could have just been totally clueless to the thing, and we don't know the whole backstory.
What do you mean? They're playing to the record.
They're playing to
miming the record.
Yeah, but they could have been playing to a demo and created the video before the actual record was made.
No, that's not. They're actually playing the record in the background. You can hear it in his camera when they're talking.
I gotta watch it.
Yeah.
I always give the benefit of a doubt on these things. So
Oh, there's no way. When you see Sting play it, you're like, that's the guy with the soul. Especially then you watch him play it, and you just, I'm not a fan. Not a fan. But I do think he was the weakest link in the band.
Yep.
Metallica.
Kirk.
Oh. Yeah, Kirk.
Hammett.
The whole fucking band.
Kirk Hammett, Lars is pretty awful, but yeah, but Kirk.
I think it would have to be unanimous that it was Kirk.
Yeah, yeah.
Kirk.
Absolutely.
I think so. You know what's so funny? I'm so anti-Metallica. I don't care for them. And I'm only bringing this up, Jerry, because you just said that. But I got to tell you, the other day, I'm driving, and Trapped Under Ice comes on. And the fucking song is great. It's a fucking great song.
The best song.
And I'm sitting there going, you know what? I got to go back and listen to the first two records, because I used to love those records. It wasn't until after that when Master of Puppets, and I thought they were kind of being a caricature of themselves, like it was just over the top, same shit. But Trapped Under Ice is fucking great.
Mm-hmm.
I disagree with you on that. I like Ride the Lightning. I like Master of Puppets still too.
No, I know you like Master of Puppets. To me, do you guys all like Master of Puppets?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually edged that over Ride the Lightning.
Yeah, I do
for
too.
me, it's just when it came out, you know what it was? I think I was going a little lighter in the loafers those days. Thank you. Thank you. Because Queensryche record came out around the same year, the same time, the Rage for Order. And I thought that was a fucking brilliant album. That when I went back to listen to Master of Puppets when it came out, I was just kind of like,
Jeff Tate.
you know what? I'm just listening.
Jeff Tate.
I'm listening to Ethel Merman, the Ethel Merman of heavy metal. That when you go back and listen to Master of Puppets, it's a little difficult. What you say? Oh, the guy's vibrato's ridiculous. And I don't mean that in a good way. But I do love that record. What is that?
In the background.
What the fuck
It's
is going on?
it's Jerry's phone. Jerry, don't put that on here. It's gonna get me shut down. The hell? How do you not know that?
Fucking 1,000-year-old Metallica song.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one of the worst ones.
Good riff.
Kidding me?
like
They
it.
fucking shut me down for fucking. Oh, by the way, let me just talk about that because I saw the guitarologist put up a video, I guess, arguing about Rick Beato, which is what I said. Rick Beato's spewing bullshit. I fought Don Henley. I fought Eagles, and what's the other one I fought? Which Don Henley and Eagles is the same thing. Supertramp. All three gave me strikes and took me down. And I fought them. And I won. Because I was right. I'm using it for fair use. And, and Rick Beato's up there and he's talking like, why is this song great? He's doing a review, like a critique. A critique is fine to use. All you have to say is fuck off when you write back to them. Fuck off and sue me. They won't sue you. But for you to sit there and make a video to like, I'm going to bitch and moan and piss and moan. And I thought Brad was right on that. I thought he was, he told him to grow some balls. And I agree with him. It's like, and he should know better because he was further along in the industry being a producer. How do you not know what the fucking laws are on copyright laws? So, and dealing with YouTube's not the greatest thing in the world. Getting anyone to talk to you in the company is fucking like pulling teeth. But if you're teaching a lesson or you're critiquing something and you're playing a clip of the song and they say, take it down, no. They can give you a strike. And then you write back and you say, here's my name and address. Come sue me. They have 10 days to respond and they're never going to sue you. Because the only way you're going to sue somebody and pay a fucking lawyer to go do this is if there's big money to gain. And there's no money to gain. And especially when they're wrong, there's nothing to gain. But even if I was wrong, which I wasn't, but let's say I did a cover of the song, and let's say the law is that, anyone can cover a song, but I have to, because I'm putting it to film, putting it to an image, that requires a synchronization license. I need a sync license. let's say that's the case. Even if that were the case, they're not going to come after me if I'm making fucking $8 on the video. If you're making $200 million, well, then there's money to go after. Because at the end of the day, when they sue you, all they're going to say is they're going to figure out how much you made, and that's what they get paid, and then the whole deal is done. So it's fucking stupid, and it's people out there are teaching some dumb shit out there. But
I think I mentioned this before. Someone should come out with a channel with all parody Eagles songs with parody lyrics.
Sung by Fred Schneider.
Sung by
Fred, yeah.
Sung by Fred Schneider.
We were Dolan Dalton. Desperado.
Master, puppets are pulling your strings.
That would be fantastic. I'd go see them.
Yeah.
The B-50 Metallicas. I'll tell you, I said this last week. There's a commercial that comes on when I go to YouTube because, I'm into like health stuff. And so they sometimes are always selling me they're trying to sell me Lumi. They're trying to sell me some company that makes vitamin C.
Oh, is that the anti-crotch stink stuff for the?
That's the Lumi. But then they have this. Then they have this guy, and he's like, "Oh my God, we have the greatest vitamin C." I'm like, "Are you kidding me?"
Sounds like
you get J.M. Bullock. You get Jim J. Bullock, fucking Monroe, selling me but he's not Monroe. He's got curly hair. He almost looks like Bob Dishy. Red Columbo reference. But he's like, "Oh, we have the greatest vitamin C." I'm just like, do I have to have Rip Taylor fucking run it? I'll tell you, I'd be more apt to buy it if Rip Taylor was riding around going, vitamin C with confetti, throwing confetti everywhere. Vitamin C. But what the hell? Because it's Pride Month, I have to be subjected to this?
Jesus.
You gotta try our brand of fresh vitamin C. Suffering succotash.
Have you got your protein today? I have.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Exactly.
When do they have straight Pride Month?
Yeah, they don't.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Discrimination.
Hello, Frisco. I'll tell you right now, I do love me some Rip Taylor.
Oh, he's fucking great.
Yeah, well, it's funny when he makes guest appearances in any movie, it's always the same thing. Yeah, throwing the confetti. And I still remember watching Things Are Tough All Over, Cheech and Chong, which isn't one of their best movies, but I was watching there, and there was kind of
good movies.
Down. Then he came on, Rip Taylor, and he picked the movie right up.
Fucking gold. Yeah, Charles Nelson Riley was no slouch. Listen, this, whatever the hell, these guys with Pride and stuff, it's just, we don't not like you because you're gay. We don't not like you because you're trans. We don't like you because you're fucking annoying.
Yeah, you won't.
You're annoying.
Shut the fuck up.
Show me the homosexuals of the 70s. Give me Paul Lynde. Give me
fucking Paul Lynde, man.
Give me Charles Nelson Riley. Then you can have your Pride Month. I'd be right, up there with you. I'd be right up there with you.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
Oh, yeah.
One of the greatest.
Surprise.
Didn't know Gomer Pyle was a fudge packer, did you?
Oh, yeah. And Wally Cox, right? Wasn't Wally Cox? Agnes. Bless you, sir. Bring me the homosexuals of the 60s and 70s television. That's what I like. Give me a guy with a big bushy mustache who tells me he's the commissioner and he's solving crimes and he's married to fucking, what the hell's her name? Susan St. James? What the hell was her name? Is that it? Fucking McMillan
and wife.
Oh, God.
Rock Hudson.
Yeah.
The Rock.
Get a piece of the rock.
Yeah.
Rock Hudson.
Oh, yeah. Rock Hudson and what's the Mr. Mike Brady? Robert Reed.
Yeah. Robert Reed.
Oh, fucking Robert Reed.
Yeah.
Excellent. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, who knew?
Those weren't his kids. Those were his kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's one we didn't see. One of the wasn't one of the Dicks from Bewitched gay too?
Yeah, Dick York.
Dick York, yeah.
Yeah. I always forget which one's which. Which one looks like Jim Carrey? Is that Dick York?
Dick York.
And Dick Sargent was on The Sopranos playing cards.
Was he?
Not The Sopranos. It's Columbo. He's on a Columbo Episodes in a poker game. God, my fucking life is now all Columbo. Anyways, yeah, like Jim J. Bullock, he was even okay. I could tolerate him.
Well, there's nothing wrong with being effeminate. No, something.
Oh,
like
I know.
that,
It's just
but,
I'm just
it's all
saying these
this
people are
cramming
just
down your
annoying.
throat.
It's self-entitled.
It's like just shove it in your face, you know. It's like, you know, we don't shove things in their face. Hey, look, I have a penis. You don't.
Right. Well, you could.
Yeah. Well,
Well, the whole thing that drives me crazy about this whole thing is that they make everything about their sexuality. It's like, you know, heterosexual people don't walk around talking about how I like women, and I'm like, oh, you know, everything about their whole identity is tied up into who they're fucking. You know?
Well, have you guys heard did you guys listen to Spotify or any pay service thing like that plays commercials?
not in a while.
Yeah. There's a commercial for Aladdin. And in Aladdin, the guy's like, he's pretending to be Aladdin, and he's like, and I'm the king of the party. And it's like, it's so over the top gay. And then at the end, he goes, by the way, dress code is fabulous. It's like, come on, fabulous. That's so fucking 1990. Can we move on? They always remember Flip Wilson. Yeah, the other thing about Flip Wilson, she did Geraldine, but she didn't say call her they.
Yeah.
That's where we get a little ridiculous.
I mean, Milton Berle was in Drag in a Rat video. I mean,
yeah.
He was in Drag in the 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah, on his show.
Who legend has it, Milton Berle was supposedly like extremely well endowed.
Yes, it is
There's
very.
a story, at least Lucille, he asked Lucille Ball to touch it once or something like that. I guess Lucille Ball told the story. Yeah, he asked me to touch it once. Or was it
Speaking of well endowed, I guess the Iron Sheik used to claim to have a 10-inch penis.
Well,
I was watching a clip came up on Stern where he was screaming at some guy because somebody said, "You're not a real wrestler," and he was like saying like Macho Man Randy Savage, and he goes, "Are you fucking kidding me? I've got a 10-inch," and he's pulling down his pants on Stern, and they're trying to get him to stop. It's fucking gold. The Iron Sheik. When the Iron Sheik and Beetlejuice go at it, there's nothing better.
That's entertainment.
Beetlejuice is the greatest. They asked Beetlejuice, what was to spell, and the word was the letters. It was like spell CPR, and he's just whatever I can't remember what the word spell red or whatever it was. It was so fucking funny that he is so clueless.
CPR. That reminds me of a Simpsons thing where Marge and Homer are somewhere and Marge, some guy has a heart attack. Some guy has a heart attack.
Number for 911.
No. Some guy has a heart attack, and Marge goes, "Quick, somebody play perform CPR." And Homer starts going, "I see a bad moon rising."
I tell you, that must have been in 2000s because I don't remember that one.
Yeah,
but that's a good one.
Yeah,
there's some great bits. One of my favorites was the Halloween one when Homer goes into the 3D world with Tron.
Oh yeah.
And the guy, and he's like, we have so-and-so here to explain. And he's like, okay, here we have a normal square. And he goes, whoa, slow down, egghead. Wiggum. He goes, here we have an ordinary square. Slow down, egghead. That's one of my favorite.
Oh, shit.
Hey, you ever remember that movie Tron? No.
No, that's a great one. That's another great dig in that movie.
Erotic cakes.
In that episode. Was that like House of Horrors 4 or 8?
Treehouse of Horrors.
Treehouse of Horrors.
That was a later one. I think that was probably like around 96 or something.
Yeah, that's where Guthrie got the title from.
Yeah, which would have been about 8.
Well, I mean, the album wasn't out then, but that's where he got the title.
What's that?
Guthrie Govan is his one and only solo album's called Erotic Cakes.
Oh, it is. Oh, yeah. Erotic Cakes. Yeah, that's exactly what he when he comes out of the 3D world.
Yeah.
He's like,
October
I'm all
1995. 95. I missed it by a year.
All right, so that would have put it at 5 or 6.
Yeah.
What was 95?
That episode.
The one with the 3D world.
Ah, okay.
So that puts it like as the 5th, maybe the 5th one, because 90 would have been the first one.
Yeah.
91.
So is that now officially the longest running show of all time?
7.
Huh?
That'd be 6 because the 90s inclusive.
What?
I said
It would be 6 seasons because 90 is inclusive.
Inclusive
You
in
know,
what?
it's
90, 91, 92, 93,
yeah.
94?
Well, I mean, a lot of people
95,
say
7.
95. It's fine. 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95.
Oh, it came out in 95, you said. I thought you said 96.
Yeah, 95.
Yeah, 90, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, now I understand
yeah.
why you're saying it's inclusive. I'm one up on you. I thought you were saying it was.
Yeah,
All
I'm just
right,
saying a
well,
lot of people
what
see
did you just
something's
say?
in 95 and like they'll say, oh, well, it was starting 90. That's 5 seasons. No, you got to include the 0.
Right.
What's that, Dave?
What did you just say, though, a second ago?
Oh, I asked if I guess is Simpsons now officially the longest running show of all time?
I think so.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, no, Doctor Who actually is.
Is it really?
Yep.
Well, but
Doctor
The
Who,
Simpsons is the longest show,
1961.
longest running show that people watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess American show. I guess I'm talking.
Yeah. Well, because I know there's one in the UK that's been around for like fucking since the 60s too, some soap opera. But I
No,
mean,
that
I guess
soap
you gotta
operas
say
don't count.
animated.
Yeah. So
What the hell is
show
Doctor
us
Who
it.
about, anyways? Is it time travel?
Well,
partially.
yeah, space travel, time travel.
Jeff C says Saturday Night Live is older.
Well, 75 was the first season, so
Well, I guess that's
50,
different.
50.
Well, it's different.
That's a
though.
variety.
It's the longest running primetime show, I think.
Yeah.
Simpsons.
let's just
How long
keep it
was-
the sitcom and animated.
Yeah, and it's the same cast. I mean, Doctor Who's changed a million times, so is
Oh, yeah.
SNL. I mean, but Simpsons still has the same cast pretty much. I mean,
Almost. Well, the Grabopple died.
Yeah.
yeah.
Marshall Wallace.
And what's his name died?
Who's that?
Who'd you say?
Jim McClure.
Yeah,
mean
Phil
Troy
Hartman.
Yeah,
Phil
Hartman,
Hartman,
right,
Troy
right.
McClure, yeah.
Phil Hartman.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah,
And,
Phil Hartman died.
He was like a guest voice though. He wasn't always
And Maud died. Maud
Maud Flanders.
Flanders. Not the actress. I don't know if the actress died, but the
Yeah,
Maud
well,
died.
yeah, she fell off the bleachers at the friggin' car track.
Yeah, but wasn't
Because the
she
whole-
voiced by that actress that died? The one that was from the Bob Newhart show?
No, that was.
No.
Oh, did
that
she do
McNeil,
Maud? No, she did. She did Grabopple.
right.
Yeah, I forget the first name. Her last name's
Let me know when you're ready, Joe.
not Patrice, something McNeil. Tress McNeil. Tress
No.
McNeil, I think, did Maud.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But I mean, for the most part, you got Dan Castellaneta there. You got
Julie
you
Gardner.
got what's his face? Hank Azaria.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Joe, were you a Simpsons fan?
I've watched some episodes, not really religiously.
Harry Shearer.
Sherry
Well,
Shearer.
I'll
I
tell
thought it
you
was
What's
Very
bullshit
funny.
is that
The
the guy.
first 10 seasons are gold.
The whole thing about them getting rid of Apu.
Yeah, it was
because
bullshit.
It's so
Hank Azaria is
That's bullshit.
stupid. Oh, it's a racial stereotype. Mm-hmm.
that's why
Well,
it's funny.
Whiny
You know, it's funny
twats.
because everywhere I look in a convenience store, it's always an Indian person, and they all
Yeah.
talk like that. So how is it a fucking
Let's
stereotype?
get the
That's
bitch
what
on
it
the-
is.
Yeah, so you just like what they did basically is wipe out being represented in The Simpsons. Now they don't have the Indian
Wait,
guy
why did they get rid of him?
because he's a stereotype.
But they
It's
did.
hurtful, man, Dave. It hurts
What
my
about when they
feelings.
do movies where actors who don't have a Boston accent does a Boston accent? Should I be insulted? It's like that's a stereotype.
Oh, there's all kinds of bullshit.
So
going
who
on.
owns the Quickie Mart now?
It's
His
not in
son,
the show anymore.
I think,
don't
isn't it? His
Because
son-
up the
I
street
think
from me
it's
here,
his
there's a
son
place.
is Americanized and doesn't have the accent. I think that's what I haven't watched it, but I think that's what it is. And
In the
son-
next town over, there's a little Quick Mart. It's called Quick Mart, and they actually have a great cigar selection. So that's why I like going in there. And the guy I refer to when I talk about him is as Apu, because he's like an Indian thin guy, always saying, "Let's get the bitch on ice." No, but but it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Mr. Homer.
Yeah,
However, I do think South Park, after about season 5, became the funniest cartoon.
They started in '96. I
Jesus, have you watched the Chat GPT episode? It's called
No.
Oh my God, dude, watch that.
Is it the new one?
It's a newer
They're
one.
gold.
Yeah. I haven't been watching it, but a friend of mine does, and he turned me onto it, and it's you just gotta watch it. I think it's called fucking something learning or something, because all the kids start using Chat GPT to do their papers, and they're using it to text their girlfriends and shit, and it's just hilarious, man. It's like, oh my God,
the show's gold. It's still great. Those guys are still funny as hell. You know, Family Guy for me, after like the first few seasons, I liked it, but then I started to hate Peter. His character became unlikable.
Doesn't know when to stop a joke. That's his problem. Sometimes,
but American Dad,
American Dad's great.
Is far superior.
Oh yeah,
far superior. I mean, you could give me again Roger, based on a '70s homosexual. You can give me that all day.
Yeah. No, Roger was the star of that show.
Oh, he's the greatest.
No, I'm not in a locker room. Those are my wife's. She loves these old things. And thanks for asking, Cheech.
She likes lockers.
She's had these things since I met her, and we've drug them all.
I think they look cool.
California, and now they're in Florida.
Yeah, I feel like I'm on an episode of The White Shadow.
Yeah.
Who are you, Reese, Thorpe, Salami?
Salami.
Do you know, so when I was doing volunteer stuff with the police, and we would go downtown to, go to the schools and do music stuff. One day we're driving back. Did you get along with Andy Summers though? Awful. What was the name of the school? What was the name of the school in the White Shadow?
Oh, Cooley High.
Coolidge.
Coolidge. Yeah.
And then what was the other?
Cooley High was the name of the movie that's based.
And what was the other one? Carver.
Washington Carver.
Whatever it was, we're driving and we passed one of them, and I'm like, "That's from the White Shadow." And he's like, "The other one's coming right up." It was fucking hilarious. The two high schools from the White Shadow. I almost wanted to go out there and take Salami one-on-one.
That doesn't sound good.
No. Well, with all the gay talk we've had tonight, why not?
Salami.
All right, it's 20 past. Joe, come up with a list for us for the sign off of the evening.
Not about Columbo.
No Columbo list, a rock list.
Okay.
Maybe a Chat GPT list.
I tell you, that shit's gonna put so many people out of work.
Well, it's ridiculous as it is.
I mean, just as although it seems pretty obvious when someone's using it, but it's like people are going to use it to, write. It's going to, not that the entertainment industry isn't already ruined, but it's going to make it even worse. Look at the script I just wrote.
Well, how about this? Someone hijacks your phone and uses that to make chats with someone of the illegal nature. And get people. It's the same thing with computer graphics too. Pretty soon you're gonna be able to stay. It's gonna look realistic. Hey, look, he killed this person. It's on camera. No, we friggin' digitally created.
Did you guys see this? There's a clip from Seinfeld, and it's the clip where Elaine is confronting the soup Nazi, and they replaced both her face and the soup Nazi's face with Arnold Schwarzenegger's face.
Oh yeah, I've seen that recently.
Have you seen that? Yeah, it's like that kind of shit right there. And I mean, it's his voice, it sounds like him, and it looks
The
like
hills are alive.
and it's not absolutely perfect, but it's pretty damn close. And it's like
it's good.
And pretty soon it's gonna be spot on.
pretty soon there won't be any actors.
What do they call it? Is it the deep fake guys that do it? Deep fake? Is that what they're called?
It's called a deep fake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I
But
found
okay, go ahead.
the best rock songs of all time, the Ultimate Top 40. It's recently new from February 22nd of this year.
God. Well, let's give it a try.
All right. Starting out, but it
gonna be a
starts
bunch of
out
mud.
pretty good. No, starting out at number 40. Everybody Wants Some, Van Halen.
Okay, I could buy that, though it wouldn't be in my top 40.
Number
This is the
30,
number 40 top 40 song of all time.
Top 40 rock songs, Ultimate Top 40.
Hey, at
Best
least
rock
it's not
songs of
Green
all
Day.
time.
Oh, they'll probably be up there higher, man.
Well, I haven't
Yeah.
seen this list, so this
I
is
like
all
the
new to
Cradle
me.
of Rock,
That's a low bar at number 40 right now.
but I like in the Cradle of Rock better than Everybody Wants Some.
For our best rock songs list, we focus on covering all the major kinds of rock, early influences, 60s, 70s, classic rock, punk, country rock, grunge, and even progressive. Major bands and songs are included, but we've also added some fun surprises. Coming in at 40 was Van Halen, Everybody Wants Some.
Fun surprises.
Coming in at 39, Take It Easy, The Eagles.
Yeah.
I can't see
Coming
that
in-
being
More like
That's
a
not even
country
my-
song.
Coming
one of
in
these
I mean, it's a
nights
love
better
song
be
by
on
a
the
lot of
list.
people, but not me.
Well, one of these nights better be on this list then.
38, Smoke on the Water, Deep Purple.
Oh, Christ.
Oh, you know what? I recently heard about that. I saw Richie Blackmore talking to some guy about how he wrote that. And he said, oh, if you listen to Beethoven's like Fifth Symphony, Smoke on the Water is just that backwards. He's like, I'm like, really? And he goes, no, and everyone plays it like this, but it's not. It's all in fourths.
Yeah, I don't know anyone that doesn't play it the way he showed
Well,
it.
it always was in fourths.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean,
but he plays it different. He says he plays it on the bottom two strings, where everyone plays.
no,
it.
5 and 4.
No, yeah, he plays it on 5 and
Yeah.
4.
Yeah.
5 and 4, then 3 and 4, then 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's just
Right,
But
right.
I remember there was some bullshit where he was playing all the way up the neck. No, I
Yeah,
this
that was the clip. But still, he talks
Yeah.
about how he just took this Beethoven piece and played it backwards, and that's how he came up with Smoke on the Water.
Number
obviously
30,
not that part.
Not that part. Yeah.
number 37, Walk This Way, Aerosmith.
I think of a lot better Aerosmith songs.
Yeah.
A lot.
Number
On that
30
album, even.
Yeah.
Back in
It's
the
a classic
South,
song. Number 36, Everlong, Foo Fighters.
No, it shouldn't be top 40. I like the song.
like
but
that
it shouldn't be
song.
top 40. I love it. It shouldn't be top 40 though.
Well, here comes number 35, Enter Sandman, Metallica. Not better than the the previous ones we've listed.
Right.
Coming in at number 34, The Chain, Fleetwood Mac.
Great song.
The what? The Chain?
The chain.
Yeah, that's a great song.
Dave, just in case you were afraid you wouldn't be represented on this list, number 33, November Rain, Guns N' Roses.
Terrible.
Hold on, I got to move the live chat over so I can see the live reaction.
Just
to
not
us
a fan.
reading lists.
So that
So-
beat out the chain, huh?
Yeah. Coming in at number 32, Number of the Beast, Iron Maiden.
Wow.
Can't believe that got on the list.
Yeah, I know.
Coming,
That's the
I know,
surprises
I'm
they spoke
surprised. And it's
That's the
above
surprise they spoke of.
Metallica. Well, here comes another surprise. Number 31 is Down Payment Blues by AC/DC.
Who made up this fucking list?
Not
Do
me.
you know the song?
I like Down
I don't
Payment
know.
Blues. I like everything on the
But come
Power
on,
Bridge
one of the
album.
top 40 rock songs of all time. Come on.
The only song on that album that should be
I'd
in the
have to
top 40 of all
listen to it.
time is Gone Shooting. Other than that, no, Down Payment Blues does not belong. Top 100, maybe 200. Nah.
Coming in at number
500.
30 is Black Sabbath. Guess the song.
Paranoid.
Paranoid. You got it. Coming in at 29,
Yeah, it's like a
Layla.
pop list.
Derek and the Dominoes.
Ugh,
Number
I'm
28,
over that song.
Layla.
No, I was over.
Yeah, I'm
that.
over it.
Number 28, Kashmir, Led Zeppelin.
Great song.
Great.
27, Freebird, Leonard Skinner.
No.
Shouldn't be in the top.
Number 26, Funeral for a Friend, Love Lies Bleeding by Elton John.
My
Ooh,
favorite
that's a
Elton
great
John.
song.
It's a great song.
Elton
but-
John song.
Again, not the best song on that album. I
I'll
like
have to listen
Harmony.
to it. I don't know that many of the obscure.
You know Harmony. Hello, baby, hello. I
Oh,
haven't
that
seen
one?
your face
Oh,
for
okay.
a while.
I'll take Love Lies Bleeding over that one.
Yeah.
All right, we're at the
You
top
haven't listened to the album
25.
lately. Love Lies Bleeding's a fucking marathon of that long, drawn out intro where it's like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
it almost
Yeah,
reminds
well,
me of like
Funeral for
I
a
Need a Lover by fucking John Mellencamp, where he does this super long build up and then the song doesn't go anywhere. It just plays the same 3 chords the whole time. And he's like, are you fucking kidding me? And then they're like, ba-da-dow. It's like, oh, here comes the pickup. Ba-da-dow. And then he goes right back into the same fucking groove. I need a, and it's like, oh, that's what Funeral for a Friend does to me. Too long, that whole. Okay, go on, Joe. I'm sorry.
Anticlimactic.
Top 25 now. It's coming in at 25 from Big Brother and the Holding Company is Piece of My Heart.
Yeah.
It's the hipster doofus pick.
Coming in at number 24, yes, Close to the Edge.
I have to say, how the fuck did they get that right? That's a fantastic song.
Yeah, they got that-
Fantastic.
they got that right.
It's like
They
they're
may
picking
have
the
put a
pop
higher.
hits out of everybody, and they come out with yes and say "Close to the Edge." I'm like, what? Yes, Close to the Edge.
Yeah.
Great song.
Coming in at 23, Jimi Hendrix, Purple Haze.
Fuck off. They
Wow.
get they hit a home run with "Close to the Edge," and then they follow it up with a fucking strikeout.
Well, number 22, I've never even heard of. I guess maybe it's something I know and don't know it by name, but you guys can yell at me. The band's name is Television, and the song is See No
Yeah.
Evil.
I don't know the song. I know the band.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, coming in at 21, Have You Ever Seen the Rain? Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Not.
Not their best.
Should not be on this list.
Coming in at number 20 is actually a song I used in a
As long as
reel
I can see
today
the
on
lights above us.
Instagram. The Doors, Light My Fire.
Oh yeah, I saw your beard on fire.
My whole fucking head's on fire in that clip.
"Light My Fire" is a great song.
Yeah.
Hey, there's Krellbro.
Coming
there he
in at
is.
number 19, I have no idea who this is. Wilco, I Am Trying to Break Your Heart.
I've heard of the band. I don't know any of the songs. Whoops.
Coming in at 18 is
Still there.
The Kinks with You Really Got Me.
That high.
I think this is becoming a hipster doofus list.
Yeah, it's getting to like it's very odd because once in a while they'll crack in a good egg, and then everything else is like we're just gonna pick the song that
It's
everybody
like they
knows.
started the list and there was a guy like us, and then he got fired, and they go, look, you got to finish his list. Coming in at number
What's happening,
17
John?
is Brand New Cadillac by The Clash.
Oh yeah.
Have you guys seen the bit that Fred? What's the guy's name? That's from SNL.
Armisen.
Fred Armisen, where he plays like a British punk guy, and he basically models himself after the Clash, and it's a pretty funny bit.
He's a talented guy.
Coming in at number 16, In the Court of the Crimson King by King Crimson.
I like 21st Century's Schizoid Man better on that album.
Yeah.
But in the Court of the Crimson King's like a pretty cool tune.
Number
I like
15
Greg Lake on that.
The Crimson King.
Coming
Yeah.
in at 15 is American Girl by Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Are you guys Petty fans?
I am.
Depends on the
With the
album.
older
Damn
stuff?
the Torpedoes, yeah.
Because when Damn the
Makes me
Torpedoes came out, people like, I mean, I remember when that record came out, but it's such head and shoulders better than the first 2 records he'd ever did. And I got to tell you, Hard Promises side 1 is fucking tough. It's great. It might
Woman
be
in
better
Love.
than side 1 of Damn the Torpedoes, but I think
Woman
Damn the
in Love's
Torpedoes as a
great
whole
song.
record is better.
Coming in at number 14, Comfortably Numb, Pink Floyd.
Not their best song, but
Coming in at number 13, Dancing in the Dark, Bruce Springsteen.
Oh,
Good night, everyone.
that's the worst.
Coming in at,
God.
it is. Coming in at number
Did Courtney
12,
Cox pick this list?
right? Coming in at number, I'm not a big Springsteen fan. Of some of the older stuff I love, but that no. Coming in at number 12, Baba O'Reilly, The Who.
And talk about long intros.
Talk about a song that, now again on that album, it's not even close to being one of the better songs.
Yeah. Coming in at 11, That'll Be the Day by Buddy Holly and the Crickets.
No, it's better than the Linda Ronstadt version.
Coming, we got the top 10. We're starting off the top 10 with the 10th spot is David Bowie with Ziggy Stardust.
Great song.
In this
Top 10 of all time.
Yeah, again, I would say maybe the 7th or 8th best song on that album.
Coming in at number 9, the band with The Weight.
That song's terrible.
Coming in at number 8, it's the Rolling Stones.
Never ends.
They Can't Get No Satisfaction.
Out of all your Stone songs, that song would not be in my top 100 of Stone songs.
Coming in at number 7, Queen, of course. It's going to be Bohemian Rhapsody.
Bohemian Rhapsody. That gets thrown in there all the time. Top 10.
Well, Dave, you're represented once again because like
Guns
a
N'
Rolling
Roses.
Stone. No,
Oh.
like a Rolling Stone is number 7.
Bob Dylan makes the
Dylan.
list. Top 10.
Always.
Hito.
I gotta say, Hendrix did a cover of Like a Rolling Stone that I liked.
Oh, yeah. Well, anything covered from Dylan was much superior to Dylan's.
Dylan, yeah.
Coming
He
in at
sucks.
number 5 is Elvis's first rock and roll song. That's All Right, Mama.
It's iconic. Is it the best? No.
No.
Coming in at number 4, Smells Like Teen Spirit,
I
Nirvana.
knew that was going to fucking be on there. I knew that was going to be on
That's crazy. Where's Godzilla from? Because it's the same song as Godzilla.
You know, ever since you pointed that out to me, it's like, oh, fuck.
It's just gang 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 gang.
Has anyone ever done Teen Spirit with Godzilla lyrics?
I
Someone
don't
should
think
do
so, but
that.
they're the same song to me.
Coming in at number 3, Sweet Jane by Velvet Underground.
Oh,
God.
that song sucks.
Oh my god.
Coming in at number 2, Johnny Be Good, Chuck Berry.
Oh my god, man. How random.
Just
And
sucks.
of course, here's their explanation. Rock and roll began with Chuck Berry, Elvis Presley, and Buddy Holly. Of the 3, Berry is arguably the most influential.
Rock and roll.
The word
began
I
with
love
Ike
that.
Turner.
Arguably,
Ike Turner, Rocket 88.
And coming in number 1, I'll tell you the band. Tell me what song you think it is, and the band is the Beatles.
Yep.
I like to point out in this top 40,
Hey,
that's
Jude.
the ultimate top 40, not a single fucking Zeppelin.
Yeah.
I mean, you have Iron Maiden
but
in there,
everybody wants them as
Nirvana.
number 40.
Hey Jude, it's gonna be.
No,
Let
No,
it be.
it's not.
no, it's the weird thing. I'm looking at it and I'm like, out of all the Beatles songs, that's
I want
Yes,
to hold
better.
your hand.
Yes.
Hannah Baum said "Let it be," so I'm speaking for Hannah
no,
Baum.
no.
All right, now here's my guess. In my life,
Okay, let me think of the
Eleanor Rigby.
doofus answer.
Oh,
It's the
yesterday.
doofus.
Yesterday.
A day in the life. A day in the life.
I'm gonna read their bullshit explanation and take the name of the song out. What is
Okay.
the number 1 rock song of all time? For our money, it's the Beatles' exemplary. I'm not gonna say it. You could describe as a psychedelic rock song, but it transcends
Sergeant
that
Pepper's Lonely
genre.
Heart Club Band.
No, and rock itself for that matter.
Lucy
The
in the sky.
No, the
Hold on, let me finish.
1967. Yeah, right. They keep fucking me in the mouth.
Here we
The
go.
1967 single definitely marked rock's transition from rock and roll to straight rock. The lyrics are heavy and meaningful, inspired by Dylan's earnestness and surrealism, but somehow more mysterious.
Strawberry Fields.
There you go. Got it.
Well, when you said it was a single in 67, I knew it was one of two. Strawberry Fields or Penny Lane. But you said psychedelic, and Penny Lane ain't psychedelic. Those two songs should have been on fucking... That would have made Sgt. Pepper a better album.
That's it. There's your one list I could find for tonight. And as old lists, did we
that
ever
was
find
the
a list that
number
was okay?
No, that's the joy of the lists. These people that make these lists are fucking mental.
And this list was found on musicinminnesota.com.
Minnesota.
The authority.
I'm looking California. I'm feeling Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Good one.
I'll take that over most of the songs on that list.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't put Led Zeppelin in this list. I mean, they sing about Vikings.
I tell you what, I got a list for next week. It's the 100 greatest rock songs as voted by Planet Rock listeners. And I don't even know what a Planet Rock is.
Yeah, I know.
Well, the listeners are 13-year-old girls.
I got to tell you, so far, looking
They're
at this
taking
list,
over all the decades. So we got like David Cassidy, Bobby
the best
Sherman.
is you scroll all the way down to the bottom, and it starts with 99. So how the fuck is that 100?
Well,
Is
one
there a
ranked as
zero?
zero. Once you get past number one, there's zero. Someone doesn't.
No, there's no zero. But I got to tell you, looking at this list, whoever these people are, they like some good shit. So I'll save this.
All right.
For next week.
Way to tease
Right
it.
at the top, next to the Chat GPT that refuses to write a song in the style of Ron Jeremy. There we go.
All right, guys. I think I'm done. I got to go.
All right, gentlemen. We're going to call this one a night. I want to thank everyone in the chat for hanging out with us. Jerry, what are you weighing now? Just so we can get this out, because I always
198.
start. You're under 200 pounds. Everyone, Jerry,
Way
under
way
200.
yeah.
198, you said.
198, yeah.
You said way under 200 pounds?
Oh, I'm sorry. 188. Fuck.
Oh, 188. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say, we're talking about 2
while.
pounds there. All right, 188. That's
Oh,
excellent.
yeah, and it's been a while. So, yeah, my goal was 200, and then, I dropped below that. So,
All right, keep it going. Keep it up. All right, everyone, we are out of here. Let me just get my thing ready for my outro. Matt, thanks for hanging with us again. You look tired. You're going to get pass out.
Yeah, I'm going to go to bed.
Crowbar,
Good night,
very good.
everybody.
I'll talk to you.
Get you later.
Jerry, like I said, if you want to just text me if you feel like yapping.
I'm crashing, D.
Sounds good. All right, Joe, have a great night. Everybody, very
Bye, Dad.
Good.